Yo, Holton, what up, dude? How we doing? How we doing? And here we go. After 1,000 years, he returns. Yes, 1,000 years, aka 3 days in Star Citizen time. I was in the hyperbolic time chamber, as they say. Yo, what up, guys? How we doing? Yo, Marcus, good to see you, man. Yo, Kudu, good to see you, man. Hope you're good. D-man. Yo, Fenris, what up? Rimmer. Finally decided to show up for work. Yeah, well, yeah. I kind of felt like it today. I kind of felt like it. Yo, Metal Hound, how we doing? Hayden, what up? What up? Yo, Hayden. I'm still waiting on that landing tutorial. Let's go. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. What up, dude? Hope you're good. Yo, Rabbit, good to see you, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Justin, good to see you guys. Palmer. Awoken from his slumber. Yes, yes, yes. By the call of the patch. By the call of Chris Roberts. Berks is streaming again. Must be time to make the mortgage payment. Yeah, you're right, bro. All right, where are my gifted subs? Come on, come on. The hell? It's not gonna pay for itself. Got to do a landing tutorial, dude. On a moving Idris, dude, I want to make a landing tutorial just in general. I want to make just a regular landing tutorial. On a moving Idris, maybe I could like do a breakdown on how I do it. Maybe. Here's something. Are you talking about in PvP, or are you talking about in like just like a setup landing, like you and your buddies are doing it? Because, dude, my tip for people who are doing it for PvP, not necessarily that, you know, I'm talking to you. My tip for most people is get really good at landing and then go for it and pray. You know, sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. I'm trying to remember. There's been a couple of really clean landings that I had. There was one, oh man, you know what? I actually still have the VOD on YouTube, I bet. If I go back and look for it, there's this one clip of me boarding someone whenever they were in it was Pyro 4, and they were in an Idris. We were doing the Stormbreaker quest line. And I remember docking a Idris with a saber. He was moving. He was actually trying to shake me off. It was so sick. Yo, thank you, Shattering. Appreciate it, dude. That was definitely not easy. But yeah, I'm getting better with the bigger ships. You sound energetic again. Well, partially because I'm not waking up, rolling out of bed, and then, you know, starting the stream. What up, bro? How we doing? I saw someone challenge you to do a smooth landing with a reclaimer. Yeah, we shall see. I bet I could do it. That one's probably going to take me a few tries, and I don't own one. So I'm going to have to get my hands on one somehow. One way or another. Actually, one way or another. And let's go skip. Okay, what are we thinking? Maybe new Babbage for just ease of components. Kuma, are you around, bro? I would love to test out how the Perseus is feeling, because a couple of big updates, guys, why I was, you know, taking my very short sabbatical. But the biggest things are essentially a increase in armor, an increase in repair speed. Those are probably the two biggest ones. Did they fix engineering by removing it from the game yet? Not yet, Cat. Not yet. The new build on PTU was pushed out last night. It was one of the smoothest builds I played. Nice. Cool. 50% reduction in hull damage versus lasers on the Perseus. So I think testing that out could be cool. That could be good. They brought back drag So boarding will be possible. Oh, so when you soft death someone, they like slow down, like when you take out their engines. It's cool. Oh, no worries then, Kuma. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I can do it myself. No problemo. VR support hype. Yeah, I heard about this. You know, dude, I've got a Vive that I just never use, like ever. And actually, it's funny. I actually got it from one of my viewers. They gave it to me because he said he didn't use it because it made him motion sick. His name's Buff Wombat. If anyone knows him, super hilarious guy. But I've met him in real life a few times, and he one time I was hanging out with him. And he's like, "Yo, do you want my VR headset?" I don't use it. It's like, cool. So I've never used it. Because I just, you know, the hair, guys, it gets in the way. But man, I would be down to try it out. I'd be down to try it out, maybe. The 4 people in the Star System community will love VR support. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying I'll hate it or anything, but I wonder how dogfighting's going to be in it. That's what I'm excited about. And here's the problem, dude. I hope I don't like it, because imagine I like it, and then like I don't want to. Does that make sense? I'm scared I'll like it, and then I just don't want to use like a regular monitor anymore. Tried VR for a bit in my Beyond 2. Is that like a brand of VR? Got it. Yo, Snipey, what up, dude? Dogfighting will be so sick. Yeah, I want to do some dogfighting with it. I think that would be really interesting. VR instead of Toby could be crazy. I have a headset. Have to try if it's your head, or sorry, if it is VR. Yeah, no, dude, 100%. I think it's actually in the PTU right now. I think you can throw VR on right now. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how it works, but I think it's possible. Yo, see this? What up, dude? How we doing, bro? How we doing? Welcome to the okay, I think I'm just gonna pull out the default Perseus and then the default Gladius for this. I feel like that would be the easiest. Oh god, here we go. Another hate watcher.
Chat, I have some horrible news to share with you. I have prepaid for 6 months of Berks subs because I forgot to cancel it because he still streams Star Citizen. So you are stuck with me as a mod and with these incredibly long and annoying sub messages for 6 more months. Please consider supporting me in these trying times by throwing tomatoes at hair boring. Also, YouTube chat you should watch on Twitch so you can sub for free with Twitch Prime.
Whoa.
It's free. Anyway, this
is the best part of the message. Yo, thank you for the 57 months, Dread Skull. Wow. Twitch's #1 mod, by the way. Setup would be pain, really? I could not stop playing Squadron in VR when it first came out, really? Damn. Much more fluid and natural feeling? It probably is. And that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, because let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. And does anyone want to watch me play in VR? Probably not. You know, most people would want to watch me play on like a regular 16:9 screen, I think. Like some people are going to be like, I would watch, and that's cool. I appreciate you. But I think it's just so much better to watch in regular 16:9. You feel me? Berks avatar? Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Yes, I'm becoming a VTuber. Instead of a peanut, I'm going to be a water bottle. It's perfect. Yo, Eric, what up, dude? With the Prime. Thanks, bro. Hope you're good, man. Quick, add 5 minutes to the clock. This guy subbed. Yo, hope you're good, brother. Thank you, man. An empty water bottle? Perfect. Perfect. We want to watch the hair. You know, what's that one thing from Star Trek that's like the hair creature? You know what I'm talking about? Is it like a, it's like a, I forget. I could be one of those. That's perfect. Unless your stream PC can show 16:9 instead of a VR screen. Exactly. Can confirm watching VR stream is really hard. No, I completely agree. In fact, I think honestly, Toby is like the limit. If Toby was any more like shaky, which thank God you can do good center stabilization, but if I'm on VR, all you guys are gonna see is like me just like moving all the time. It's basically Toby without center stabilization, right? What are my sticks called? I've got 2 VKB Gunfighter Mark IVs is what I have. 2 VKB Gunfighter Mark IVs. And then I've got the Thrustmaster TPR pedals. Those are, I would say, good. I don't think that they're the only good ones out there. I think there's some pretty good ones out there still. Like the MFG Crosswinds. Yo, Talius, what up, dude, with the Prime conversion? Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Okay. We're next in queue. The Tribble. Yes, dude. Yo, that should be my emote. The Tribbles. You can have a different cam for VR. Yeah, I'd have to look into that. Nia, update the command. Yeah, it's this. It's the same thing it was. It's just I use the Mark IVs, not the Mark IIIs. Mark IIIs are still good. Like the Mark IIIs, I think are pretty much identical. Like I wouldn't say this directly to the VKB guys, but I really didn't see any difference between the Mark IVs and the Mark IIIs, to be honest. How's my off days? Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe taking a few extra days just because, like, you know, this PTU patch is moving slow. I mean, guys, this thing is probably going live next week. So I was planning on maybe jumping back in this weekend, but I wanted to get a stream in today. I may not be live for super long today, but I am going to be live for minimum the next few hours, like at least the next 3. Yes, Microtech. Whoa. Whoa. VR is super weird to stream from what I've seen. I don't even like watching a stream in ultra wide. So no, I get it. I get it. But maybe if I really like VR, I could use it like off stream or something. I don't know. VR is very weird to stream from. Oh, I already read that. CIG confirmed the lower gun size will not do any damage to armor on bigger ships, but it's not coming yet. What did they say specifically, Life? What did they say specifically? Because they did say something about that in their design document as well. Can you link me? Yo, Rabbit, what's up, dude? How we doing? You know, I did some research over these last couple days because I was curious. It wasn't something that I like looked super into, but just like kind of like, you know, was looking around the internet for answers. And I will say that at least cannons on fighters, like modern day fighters, are more capable than people think. You know, they're huge rounds that people are like firing. So I don't know if I buy the argument as much. Like if you were like, hey, can one fighter, modern day fighter, sink an aircraft carrier? The answer is no, right? But can it like heavily disable it? Yes. And one of the main factors of why it's hard for it to sink one, right? Let's say if there was just one, or let's say there was 10, is because there's water. There's no water in space. Something to think about, to be honest. Isn't it like 30 millimeter rounds? They're huge, yeah. I think 30 millimeter rounds. I think there's like 16 millimeter rounds. I could be wrong. It's different sizes for sure. They said on Space Cutlet's stream, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, well, is there anything like official? What do you mean they said it on Space Cutlet's stream? I'm confused. Like a dev said it? Or what? Yeah, I don't know. I just asked him. We'll let you know soon. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah, I would say that I have no problem with fighters not being able to do heavy damage to capital ships. Again, to repeat myself, even like smaller weapons like size 2s and size 3s would probably be enough to take out a modern day tank easily, right? So when we're talking about the scale of armor, yeah, armor's probably gotten harder in the last 100 years, but you know it's also gotten better? Probably the penetration, or 900 years, probably the penetration of weapons as well. So if we're comparing it to World War II, maybe not so much, right? I don't know if planes or jets in World War II have the capability to take out tanks. They may have or they may not have. I didn't look into that era specifically, so that might be something worth looking into. But my question is, like, at what point does it become more of a balance thing for the game, you know? Even if small caliber weapons not damaging high armor, they should still damage exterior features like turrets, engines, external components like shield emitters if those ever come in properly. Another thing to think about is them just very slowly doing damage. You know, we're not talking about disintegrating it, but damaging it, absolutely. No way a World War II fighter guns could do any real damage to warships. Yeah, I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. You might be wrong. You might be wrong. And the question you have to ask yourself is, what factors are we considering? Is this in space or is this in water, right? Because again, there's no water in space. Well, I mean, unless you count on the planets, right? Why is my game so choppy today? Oh, weird. Had poor performance in the PTU the last few days. Someone literally just came into my chat at the beginning of the stream and said it was the best performance they've ever seen on a PTU. Crazy. Yo, Hayden, did I thank you for that membership? Dude, thank you again if I didn't. Yo, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. For fighters versus capital ships, I don't think it should be impossible for a fighter to take out a capital, but it should be balanced in a way that's not worth doing. I think that it should be impossible in practical combat. What do I mean? If a fully crewed Idris rolls up to a scene, a fighter shouldn't be like, can I take that out? Their first thing that they should be thinking is, holy fuck, I need to get out of here, right? I cannot fight that thing. That's what they need to be thinking, and that's how you balance it. Make it possible, sure. But I'm talking, obviously, for one person, it should be virtually impossible. Agreed with that. Okay, what are we doing? 0-4. Maybe because I'm not playing VR? True. I tried it earlier. It doesn't run well on my machine, but amazing otherwise. If I was right-eye dominant, would be the only way I play. Oh, you're talking about VR? Got it. Understood. Man, VR coming in a lot sooner than I thought, to be honest. A lot sooner than I thought. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to not turn off the engines. We're going to turn off the weapons. We don't need those. And then I'm going to put full power to shields. There we go. That was weird for a second. And then I am just going to come to a stop. Couple. And hold backspace. Boom. Did they ever do a fix to get Pyam ships back? No, they didn't. But moving forward, you should keep them more often. I've heard reports that people are keeping them more often now. But I don't know. I lost all mine. So, yo, Daniel, what's up, dude? How we doing? FPS in the ADS is set up for right eye. So I have to really lean far to aim. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. Could I do that with my right eye? I don't know which one's better. I actually have, they're pretty equal, to be honest. I need to do an eye test really quick. Okay, all right. PTU SU. Wait. All right, other one. All right, I'm gonna read the same line. Yeah, they're about the same, actually. They're about the same, but both my eyes are a little bit blurry by themselves. It's only whenever I uncover one of the eyes that they, oh god, I'm screwed. I'm cooked. Oh no. Oh god, I'm alive. Oh, that was so close. Literally my life flashed before my eyes. I don't know if you guys saw that. Apparently there will be a minimum threshold, so smaller guns will not do any damage. Yeah, life. I'm gonna need a source if you're gonna keep on talking, to be honest. You can't just come in and say that with like literally no source. Especially if it's not official, we can't take it seriously. Like if someone just said it in a YouTube or like a Twitch chat, like we can't take that seriously, you know? I mean, dude, I don't even know if you can take everything that's been said on Spectrum seriously, but at least that's like an official post. Hold your thumb out vertically, open both eyes. Alternate closing one eye, whichever appears to make your thumb move is the non-dominant eye. Wait. Okay. So like vertically like this. Okay. And then whichever one makes the thumb move. All right. Wait, am I doing it right? Let me read that again. Hold your thumb out there and open both eyes. Alternate closing one eye, whichever appears to make your thumb move. They both make it move. Because it's perspective, right? Wait, hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. Dual eye user. I think I see what you're saying, but really it's not moving that much for me. I think I might be a little more left eye dominant, but it's not by much. It's not by much actually. There's your problem. Both eyes are dominant. Maybe they are. I don't know. You know, I'm a little bit weird like that. Like I'm right-handed, but I'm left-footed. Which I know sounds weird, but actually I used to play, yeah, I think me too, Habaticus, me too. I used to play soccer and I played keeper. Sorry, football. My bad. I'm sorry, yo, my bad. Football, I played keeper and it made me a great punter. Made me really great at punting. It's called goofy-footed. Isn't just goofy-footed just left-footed? Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I'm stupid. I thought you meant goofy-footed was left foot, right hand. Is what I thought you meant. I'm left-handed, writing and eating, right-handed with throwing, batting. Like, so you're more accurate with the left hand, but you're stronger with the right or something like that, maybe? Interesting. I'm terrible with my left hand. I'm terrible. You know, if you were like throw a ball with your, oh dude, I couldn't do it. $1 million on the line. If you can throw farther with your left hand than you can without cheesing it with your right, I couldn't do it. Not even close. Left hand feels like someone else. I get you. You freak, bro. You freak. Mods, you know what to do. Yo, Berks, have you been seeing their armor shield changes have helped TTK? That's what we're testing out right now, actually. That's what we're testing out. Like a little girl. Hey, listen. That's disrespectful, okay? Little girls can definitely throw farther than I can with my left hand. 100%, 100%. It's like trying to launch a trebuchet with like a wet noodle. The way to teach people what eye dominant they are is to keep both eyes open, hold arm out in front of you, and use your hands to form a small circle around something far away. Close one eye. If you see in the circle, that's your dominant eye. If not, then your other eye is dominant. Okay, let me try that. Hold on. Okay. All right. Domain expansion. Wait, no, I'm kidding. Okay, wait. You mean like do a circle like this? Because I was doing it like this. You mean one hand? Did I read it wrong? Use your hands. You said hands. As small as possible. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yo, that's good, dude. I am left eye dominant. That's good, bro. Actually. No. That's good. You know what? That's crazy because I think the last time I played VR, I did VR with right eye dominant. I'm pretty sure. Crazy, right, for me? Let me try one more time. Hold on. Let me try one more time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's for sure the left. Oh yeah. Too close? No, dude, I'm telling you, no. Yeah, for me at least. It's definitely left eye for me. Not far enough? You think I need to be looking like down a range or something? Like 100 meters? Very noticeable for me with that test. I've had to teach 3 different people to shoot left-handed, so they didn't have to lean over the whole rifle. So, okay, let me ask you guys a question. So I'm left eye dominant. If I were to, does that mean I need to? That doesn't mean I need to like shoot with my left hand, right? Like if I was shooting a gun. Pistols are fine, so I could still shoot with the right. Do I just close one eye? Is that what you do? It means you shoot with your left eye down the side. Okay, so I'm right hand, right? Okay. With a rifle anyways? Ah, okay. You just shoot left. Okay, interesting. Hey, bro, it's funny how VR sparked this whole conversation. So you guys are saying, though, you can't... it's supposed to be right eye dominant for the VR and Star Citizen? Is that what we're talking about? Just circling back. Interesting. So I wonder how that's going to affect my accuracy if I tried it. I think VR in Star Citizen could be very interesting. Man, I almost feel like the tactile system could be even really perfect for VR. You know, like grabbing things and stuff might actually feel good in VR. Who knows? I wonder what kind of bugs you get though. Technically, when you're shooting, you're supposed to keep both eyes open to reduce eye strain. Ah. Okay. And then what? I just look at the sight and then line it up? Is that how most people shoot accurately? I've been shooting before. I actually, like 10 years ago, it's been forever since I've been shooting. But like 10 years ago, I actually got my conceal. Wait, what was it? It was called license to carry. They just changed the name of it. Instead of it was like concealed handgun license, it was license to carry. But then I just never got a gun because I'm, you know, I don't know. not that into them, and they're expensive. The old CCW. That it might be called something different in Texas. Listen, I've only got money for one expensive hobby, Chad, and that's Star Citizen. Okay. Time to buy a Steam frame. Is that what the VR headset's called? You know, again, I was saying this earlier. I've got a Vive that I've just never really used. But I will say the wireless headset is so much more appealing to me. So much more appealing. For sure. That's why I think the MetaQuest is so cool. I mean, I probably will be a VR gamer one day, but I'm waiting for it to get really good. And I think we're still probably a decade or so off from that, maybe longer. It might be like 2 decades before VR is really, really good. Who needs guns when you have Star Citizen? Exactly, exactly. Okay? Who needs a gun when you can have a JPEG of a ship with fake guns? Duh. I have both. All right, all right. Hey, listen, mad respect. Sounds like a skill issue. True. It definitely is. It definitely is. Most definitely, actually. Huge skill issue, if I'm being honest. If you have base stations beyond 2, wait, Huff wireless would be nice. Oh, the wireless would be nice. Yeah. And there has been some wireless headsets. I know the, what is it called? The Apple one, the Vision Pro, whatever it's called, Apple Vision Pro. Funny story. My brother actually helped design that. Not the actual model, some of the programming for it. I don't know what he did exactly. I don't think he was ever allowed to tell me, but I just knew he worked on it. And then also the MetaQuest, and then the Valve one that's coming out. And then is there any other ones that are like completely wireless? What helped me training my right eye was wearing a eye patch. So now I can shoot from both shoulders. Just takes time. Interesting, interesting. You know, I don't know if you can hear me because we're running a commercial, but I was kind of the same way. When in Star Citizen, a lot of people have a preference to roll one way or another. So what I did, because I'm a right roller typically. So what I did was I spent a couple of days where I only, and I mean only, left rolled. Like, it's all I did. And I think I unbound my right roll so that I couldn't do anything but left roll. And that helped a lot, actually. That helped a lot. Oh, you have turbo. Cool. Cool. The big screen isn't normally wireless, but mega lightweight. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I want one that's like, looks really good, is lightweight. Basically, I want the Apple Vision Pro, but it's not $3,000, you know? If that thing was like under $1,000, I mean, dude, I'd have one. And I think that, no joke, if they would have sold it for $1,000, they would have sold, not that they would ever do that, but if they sold it for $1,000 or even $1,500, they would have sold like 10 times as many, for sure. $3,000 is just like crazy, you know, especially when the MetaQuest Pro does stuff that's like almost as good, right? Just a little less clean. Oh, is it $3,500? Yeah, it's crazy. $2,000 too expensive, yeah, you ask me. But I'm glad they made it. I'm glad they made it, and the reason I'm glad they made it is because it helps move the invention forward, right? It helps move it forward. And I think that
4 years, Berks.
That's
how
worth
many
considering.
Adventures we have been on.
Yo,
Not
Val.
Many. 4 years of fun, laughter, tears, and a few pizzas. Hope that we get another 4 more.
Yo, thank you so much, Val. Really appreciate that, man. Thanks for the 48. Yeah, here's to 4 more. Hopefully, I'm still streaming by then. You know, we'll see. We'll see. It's either that or I'll be making video games or something. Berks, what kind of flight setup are you using? I use 2 VKB Gunfighter Mark IVs, and then I use the Thrustmaster TPR pedals. I am going to make a video on my setup. I'm probably going to do that sometime this week. I'm working on a couple of different videos at the moment. One being a landing tutorial, and because a lot of people have been asking me for that as well. So yeah, keep an eye out. Is Gladius fine, or should I get the other version? What do you mean? What other version? Like the Valiant? Gladius is good. That's what I like using. Gladius is good. Gladius Valiant's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Love the Perseus landing short you made. Yo, thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. I need to link my TikTok. I know not everyone's into TikTok, but for, you know, people who are, and who are on there, I'm gonna start posting videos on there. just because I need to start getting more consistent with that stuff, posting shorts on both YouTube and TikTok, maybe even X too. And so I need to link that for anyone who wants to, you know, follow me on there. It's just, I think it's just Captain Berks on TikTok. It might just be Berks Berksby. It's either Berks Berksby or Captain Berks, one of the two. I'll look it up. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It was OM4. OM1. OM4. Here we go. Awesome. Can't wait for the videos. I'm about to get the same sticks for myself for Christmas. Oh, nice. Yo, good luck. Good luck. If you have questions, feel free to ask. They are a little bit tricky to set up at first. What I would recommend is whenever you get them, make sure... Oh. Okay, nice, nice. I was going to say this Connie's here. Just this like random Connie. Wasn't here before. Okay. Interesting. All right, so we'll do this test the same way we've done it every single time, which is we're going to be shooting the front, and we are going to be shooting about right here, essentially. And the idea is we're just testing how long it takes to kill the Perseus with a life fighter. It's been pretty quick, actually. It's been pretty quick. Let me put it this way. We had ballistics, and we were able to do it before we ran out of ballistics with the wolf. So we'll need to test the wolf again as well. And then with lasers, it took like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Can't remember. But this is our kind of our baseline test with engineering at the moment. Do I use... Oh. Crash the desktop. Nice. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Very smooth, very smooth. Get Star Citizen to blow up on TikTok. I'll do my best, dude. Oh, I don't have an Instagram, but I've been thinking about posting on Instagram as well, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm using Flight 6. I use dual VKB Gunfighter Mark IVs, and then also Thrustmaster TPRs. Oh, you know what? I probably don't want to verify. Okay, I can't stop it now. I gotta at least wait till it's like done with its check. Off to a great start. Off to a great start. When I play my what is this, right stick flying in Star Citizen, hands down the best experience. Oh, Riff S. Okay, so is that like a brand of stick or something? Talk about naturally good looking cockpit to naturally track these targets as they fly off screen. True, dude. Actually, 100%, dude. 100%. Star Citizen is like one of my favorite games to fly in, period. And you know what? I've been thinking about maybe setting up my sticks in some other games. I've been watching some YouTube shorts of people like flying in like Arma and like Squad and stuff. I think it would be fun to maybe a challenge to do something like that. Can anyone recommend good beginner sticks? You can go one of two ways. There's really only two. Is you can go with the T16000s, which are, you know, pretty decent. They're okay. A lot of people swear by them. But I will say that they have a lot of issues with their twists kind of breaking. They made a new version of them, but they're much more expensive. And so I would say the slightly more expensive version, but the thing that I would say is maybe something to look into if you want to, you know, drop some money on sticks, is the VKB NXT Gladiators. And those I think are about 130 per stick, so not horrible. And they can just sit on your desk while you're like getting used to them. I would eventually recommend getting mounts. There's actually some on Amazon that are really cheap. They're called High Keg, HIKIG, High Keg, and they're like $60 for two. So you could get 2 sticks and also the High Keg mounts for about under $300. Maybe a little over with tax. Sticks before spaceships. I agree with that. I agree with that. High Keg are very sturdy, but the edges will kill a small child. Okay, well, good to know. So they're unpolished, but they're sturdy, you know, are the ones I just recommended. You could even like maybe put some tape over the end, like black tape, like gaff tape. Maybe the Verpal Aeromax. Well, here's the thing about the Aeromaxes is I think that they look like great sticks, but it's Verpal, so you're going to get the Verpal cost. And so for the same price as the Aeromaxes, you can almost get one Aeromax almost costs as much as, well, not quite, but for just a little bit more, you can get two VKB NXCs. And NXCs are awesome. I don't care what anyone says. They're awesome sticks. They're not as, I would say, bougie as Verpal, but you know what? VKB has amazing customer service. If anything ever breaks, you know, reach out to them. As long as it's like not obviously your fault. Like you're like, hey, I was just doing like normal play or whatever. If it's like within a reasonable amount of time, they'll hook you up. Plenty of ways to clean up a rough edge. Totally. VKB sim mounts are pretty well built. Yeah, I've never tried them actually. Never tried them. I have two Evos. They're the best for me. Have the dry clutch. Broke 2 springs already. I don't know if you're saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yo, Mighty Beast, what up, dude? How we doing, man? I break springs like probably once a month on my sticks, but I use heavy springs, and I think that's why. Most people who have joysticks also have a sander. Would a sander, and I'm asking this genuinely, would a sander work on like metal, like thick metal like that? Just enough to like round it out? It would? Okay. Yeah, I don't own one. Actually, I'm one of the people who don't. Do I use rudder pedals? I use the Thrustmaster TPRs, yeah. They're pendular pedals. They're kind of expensive, to be honest. Oh, got it. You just need like the right attachment or whatever it's called. Understood. Yo, Jars, what up, dude? How we doing? Did I log into live? Oh, no. It's a disaster. Yo, Chad, how could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? Unbelievable. A sander works on any surface. Might be... it might be just wear your belt out sooner, but they're intended to be replaced. Understood. Understood. I have the Sex Space Throttle. That's just how it's called, guys. STECS. But I got the Gunfighter Space Grip for my left hand. I said, dude, I like that thing, actually. I'm not kidding. I like that thing. I actually have one behind me. You know what? The only reason I don't use it, I'm being dead serious here, is the only reason I don't use it is I don't have a mount for it. I'd have to get a custom mount because my current mount only supports the Gunfighters because the guy who makes these mounts doesn't make them anymore. You're back. Been missing you for 2 days. Well, Genie TV, I missed you too, bro. I missed you too. Is this streamer new? He is. Brand new. First day, actually. Give me a little grace. Come on. Give me a little grace. Do you think armor needs tiers for balancing between different vehicles? Yes, I think the answer is it does. A small weapon should not really be able to do a lot of damage to a big ship, but I do think it should be able to do a little bit, and it should be able to damage external components. Like, let me put it this way. Light fighters, like let's say you have a squadron of 5 light fighters versus an Idris. Theoretically, the fighters should get absolutely obliterated by the Idris. 5v5. Let's say there's 5 people on the Idris, 5 people in the fighters. Theoretically, I think that the 5 people should obliterate the 5 fighters. That's kind of where I want to see these capital ship fights go. Now, should they be able to take them out eventually if the crew wasn't fighting back? And yeah, I mean, I would imagine it would take a long time for even 5 fighters to kill a capital ship. But yeah, it should happen eventually. If they're like not fighting back, they're sitting still, they're letting them get free shots. But probably at that point, the best way you could disable it would be boarding it and killing the pilot, you know? So I would say that... here, let's restart this test. I'd say that it probably needs to vary much differently than what it is now. But even like smaller ships need to go up, I think, in time to kill. Smaller ships as well. Yeah, I've heard good things about Foxmouth, Soul. For sure. Are we keeping a crash counter? That was the first one, actually. 5v5 Andromeda gunship versus fighters or Retaliator. Redeemer with all those guns. Yeah, the only thing is that the like, let me put it this way. If the Andromeda was the 5, like they were all single seat, you know, Andromedas, I think depending on the circumstance, they could maybe win. Now, if it's all god tier pilots, I think the fighters win. Because they'll just pick them apart, I think, before they can apply actual damage. But maybe not, maybe not. The problem with the Andromeda, though, I think the reason why it would get outnumbered by fighters and lose is because its turrets suck. Its turrets really suck. I think the Idris needs turrets inside the hangar to shoot non-friendly ships. You know what? I like the idea, Cooley. I'm not going to lie. I like the idea. I like the way you think. Okay, what happened to my ballistic? Is it just gone? My out of ammo? Oh my god, you know what happened, chat? Is while we were gone, I shot all of my ammo. Like, when we crashed the desktop, my character did not stop shooting. So now we're just out. But I don't know if I actually hit the Perseus. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let me go grab ammo really quick, and then I'll check the health of the Perseus really quick as well. Rayari. Looking for somewhere that's not like completely dark. Rayari might be good. It took one A-Wing crashing into the bridge to take down the Super Star Destroyer in the Return of the Jedi. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but that'd be pretty lame if that's how it worked in the game, huh? How do we make turrets suck less? The answer is, I think, twofold. I think twofold. And here's the reason why I'm a fan of the first solution is because I think it makes, you know, I think it makes the solution more fun. I think the first solution, in my opinion, would be, oh, it's NPC. First solution would be giving weapons that are unique to turrets that pilots can't use. So they're faster velocity. They do unique things like, for example, maybe they shoot a beam weapon. Maybe they fire, you know, missile launchers. Maybe they do flak. You know, there's a couple of different like ways you could do it, even more than I'm naming. Maybe a laser Gatling. You know, it's like essentially like you're shooting. Oh, not my best landing. Not my best landing. That's a 1 out of 10 from me. Wasn't paying attention there. But I think that you could probably do it a couple of different ways. A modifier is one as well. For example, you know, I think we didn't get the restock, did we? No, we did. Nice. Let me just make sure we've got our ammo once we leave here. Yo, I see. What's up, dude? Yeah, again, another way you could do it is you could... Okay, there we go. Another way you could do it is you could absolutely just give everyone a modifier. So when you throw a weapon onto a ship that goes on a turret, what happens is it just moves faster. It shoots, you know, at a higher velocity and also RPM or something like that, right? Like you could just make it where it's just a little bit better when it goes on a turret. That's another good one that people suggest. Yo, VFW with the tier 1 membership, by the way. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you, bro. Ships get flax, mines, EMP, hacking, jamming, tactics too. That will diversify combat. Yeah, totally. Like, think about like good diverse combat right now in FPS. Not that Star Citizen exactly has it, But like good combat involves vehicles, it involves, you know, ground units, it involves smokes, it involves like all sorts of stuff, right? And so kind of creating those dynamics, I think, in space, not necessarily in the same way, kind of like through the things that you just said, I think would be good. But I think, unfortunately, we're probably pretty far out from that, a lot of that stuff. All right, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I just looked at the starting time, so we will be able to time it. I might be crazy, but it seems like my laser repeaters are going up, like recharging slower. No, I think I'm crazy. I might be crazy. Honestly, already this is way better. Ain't no way they're gonna put smoke in the game. What, like smoke grenades like for FPS? Really? You don't think so? I mean, we've got smoke and chips for engineering. Why don't you think they're gonna do it? So mad that the one time they gave us weather that disabled chips, they also made it disable ground vehicles. Yeah, dude, what was up with that? I agree. You're talking about, for those who don't know, it's the Operation Stormbreaker or whatever it is. Holy shit, by the way, that recharge. I gotta be quicker than that. That recharge is insane. You guys see that? I don't want to let it go, but I guess it's because all 4 shield faces are basically putting their power into regenerating this one shield face, but it was like super fast. Okay, it has been about 2.5 minutes, by the way. Or wait, yeah. No, it's been about 2 minutes. 2 minutes almost. Here in about 8 seconds, it's been 2 minutes. I mean, this is feeling already a whole lot better to me. And I feel like this is going to translate even better into like actual combat instead of me just like sitting still and shooting this thing. Imagine having 300 dudes spamming that and what it will do to the server. You could say that about anything in the game. You could literally say that about anything in the game. Imagine 300 dudes doing fucking anything. Yeah, bro. Welcome to Star Citizen servers, bro. That's why this stuff's so shit. 100%. 100%. Gonna need a couple of fighters. Oh my god, this is so epic. Yeah, I mean, here in about, let's see. This is about to be 3 minutes. Let's see. Okay, I've stopped shooting. Okay, now the hole is red, by the way. So let's see what we accomplished in 3 minutes of direct shooting. We're gonna hop on the ship and just see. Imagine just 300 dudes. Exactly. Just 300 dudes. 300 Perseus, 300 torpedoes being shot at the same time, 300 people just literally staring at each other. You name it, bro. I mean, why do you think I'm so nervous about base building? Why not scan it? Does it show like armor and everything when you scan it? I'm not sure that it does. If it does, that's new. Let's see. I think that's just like tanks and armor, warship armor. Angles matter. This armor should do the same. 1 inch at 80 degrees. Have effective thickness. 4 inches. Armor slope matters. You know what? I think that is their goal, by the way. Like, I think that is what they're trying to do eventually. Just not yet. Okay, so in 3 minutes of continuous firing, we were able to do, what is this? 86% damage on the hull, or on the armor, and 0% damage to the hull, which is really interesting. 0. Now, I actually have a theory about this. The reason why it says we've done 0% damage to the hull is because the hull is actually split up into 2 large pieces, maybe 3. And if I shoot the back of the ship, I think the hull will go down, because right now this hull integrity does not show you the hull integrity for the entire ship. And it should, but it's not. It should. And I don't know if that's a bug or if like they just haven't implemented it properly yet. It could be both, possibly. Has anyone tested ground vehicles with engineering? How does a single... Wait. Does it work just like a single-seater ship? I'm assuming so, yeah. I'm assuming it works pretty identically. I feel like the armor shouldn't have taken so much damage from a small fighter. I would say that this is still a lot better than it was, because in the last flight model, or not flight model, the last test of engineering, that Perseus would have been dead by now. But I do agree it shouldn't be so fast still. It shouldn't be so fast. Like, I think that it is too fast. Like, maybe like doing half of that damage would be okay. You guys got to remember, like, this is not a capital ship, you know? It's not a capital ship. But I think maybe doing half of what I just did seems reasonable. Quite possibly. Okay, wait. Let's restart this. Here, maybe at the 15 mark. Okay, here we go. What if you shoot through a door? Can you... Wait, what if you shoot through a door? Can you get to components directly? That's a good question I haven't thought about. Actually. Have not thought about the answer to that. Maybe? Single Gladius is kind of crazy. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But you got to remember, this is a much smaller scale ship than, like, let's say a capital ship. You know? I do think this is definitely too fast. But I think we're getting closer. For sure. We're getting closer. We're just going to see how long it takes us to kill this thing. It's been a minute, so it's been 4 minutes in total of sustained fire. Yeah, this is a math test too. You have to remember, in practical combat, it's going to feel a lot slower. But I still agree it's too fast. It needs to be a reduction of like I think that a Gladius should maybe do 30% of its overall damage to a Perseus, right? Like, it needs to be a 70% decrease. I was thinking about this. I think 70 seems like it would be really fair, because then you would need multiple fighters, you know, at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5, to effectively take this thing down. And some people might say that that's too little, but again, I see as a ship this size, that feels pretty fair to me, especially when most people are going to be crewing this with 3 to 4 people, you know, like 3 to 4 is going to be like the crew that we see the most. Now, you also have to remember that this thing is not good at taking out small fighters. If it was like 5 Guardians versus the Perseus, I'd say the Guardians would lose. Most likely. Okay, I accidentally let the shields go up. That's on me. But you know what? This is actually kind of good for the test, because this would actually happen in an organic test. As the shields would probably, you know, I think, go up and down, or you hit different faces or whatever. Maybe not the most scientific test, but I do want to just see how long it takes. One thing that does suck is I can't tell when it's going critical. Is there like a spike in any of the signatures when it goes critical? That's something I don't think I've truly tested. I suppose with Maelstrom, a lot of armor stats will change again. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, I've got a lot of hope for Maelstrom and I think it's gonna fix everything, because that's what they've been saying forever, you know. Maybe, But I think that the best way to fix this stuff is to balance it now, you know, so that we have a good baseline for what Maelstrom should be. As it stands, they don't want larger guns to target small craft, and that's just a velocity problem, to be honest. And you know what? The new flight model might fix that. It might be a lot easier to hit fighters in the new flight model. Could be. Could be. Like, that could be one of the things that CIG's balancing around. I'm not going to say 100% that that's what they're doing, because I don't know. Next year will be different. That's right. That's right. Next year, next patch. That's right. That's right. Why would you solo a Perseus? Soloing a Perseus sucks. I agree, actually. I agree. I mean, this is quite a bit of damage, guys, by the way. It's quite a bit of damage. It may be going critical here. It's been an additional 4 minutes, 15 seconds, by the way. I'm going to stop when we get to the 9-minute mark, and I'm going to go do another check inside. We've got 30 seconds, so unless it blows up in the next 30 seconds. And if it blows up, then what's the countdown on it? 90 seconds? We'll give it a 90-second reduction. I'm definitely going to get on this thing while it's self-destructing. Okay. All right. That's 9 minutes exactly. I don't have helpers today. Yeah, I could have recruited someone. I'm just... Oh, shit. You're kidding, dude. I hate this bug so much, dude. Oh, my God. It's so stupid. I hate that bug so much. Basically, you EVA out of your Gladius and you just like sit still and then you can't move and then you get trapped in the cockpit. Sometimes you can't get out either. It sucks. I know, such a troll. Can you test the pin of components next, or when you can? Can I test the pin of components? What do you mean by that? Please. I beg. Oh my God. Please tell me I'm outside. Oh my God. This game, dude. Why do you guys keep on saying scan the ship? Does it show that information? I literally asked that earlier in the other guy who said that. I said he didn't give me an answer. Does it show armor? Does it show HP? I'm not sure that it does. Are you guys just like making an assumption that that it should do that? And maybe it should. Maybe it should. Not sure that it does. Okay, so it does say, keep in mind, guys. Oh, you know what? Fuck. You know what this is, guys, I think? I'm pretty sure what this is this is that bug that we were running into where the front of the ship is invulnerable. Could be. I just tested with size 3 Gatlings in precision mode, 0 damage. Yeah, you're not going to be able to do it with Gatlings. It's not enough pin. But, Ice and Burn, I have a suggestion for you. There are some places that if you aim at, you will get hits. You will get hits. Like, for example, the Quantum Drive. The Quantum Drive, you can actually aim below the Quantum Drive, like much below it. Oh, oopsie. And aiming below it will actually get you pin. You need size 4 weapons? That is actually not true. That is not true. It just depends on the weapon pin, less about the weapon size. And it also depends on where you're aiming at it. I think there's some bugs with it at the moment. But like, for example, if you aim right here, which is below the Quantum Drive should be right here. That's it. If you aim right here, right, like right where this like belly part is, where this actually chaff launcher is, right above that. That right there will hurt the Quantum Drive. I'm almost positive. Check the scan. All right, I'm gonna scan, and if I don't see anything that's special or different about the scan, you're all banned. Okay, all of chat is banned. So what exactly are you saying I should be looking for on this scan? I'm confused. Like what did you think was going to be on here? Go to parts. A massive peen, that would have been preferable. Center mass does not do damage, go figure. I think it has something more about having to do with the fact that it's cone shaped, and so I think the cone sometimes is hitting angles it's pinning at angles it's not supposed to, is what I'm trying to say. And so I do believe I'd be able to hit the quantum drive if I had ballistics here. I only know that because I already tested it. It gives you ship health, not the components. Yo, I don't know if it's y'all's like the first time playing Star Citizen or not, but scanning has not given, well, it clearly isn't because you're confused. Scanning hasn't given ship health since like 4 years ago. This is why I'm getting so confused that people keep on asking me to scan. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. I was like, oh, maybe there's something new to scanning, but no, chat's just trolling me again. Scanning has not worked correctly in about half that time as well. That's true. Actually, that's true. Part section and scanning tells you when a component is destroyed. Might tell you when it's off, but I don't know if it tells you that it's destroyed. But also, I wasn't aiming for any components. I think they're a lot further along with base building than they are saying, especially since it's been over a year. We've seen about... we haven't seen anything about base building, so I don't think it's impossible. Yeah, you could be right, dude. You could be right. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, to be honest. It's hard to say. Are we sure they didn't just misspell and they might scam? I think they might scam. No, I think you might be onto something. I got scammed at the IE. I bought a Perseus. Okay? We all got scammed on that great day. All right, I'm in this with you, Chad. We're in this together. Okay, I do want to see if I'm doing whole health now. And then also how fast I'm doing whole health. So maybe I'll just shoot for like... Oh, and I also want to see if I killed the quantum drive. That'll be interesting to see. Or any damage at all. Yo, Battle Buddy, what up, dude, by the way? I just unboxed my Rift S. I've been collecting dust for 4 years. Yeah, is that like a type of VR, Rift S? I haven't heard of that. But yeah, dude, the VR stuff is pretty exciting, huh? No, you're cool. Hey, you're cool to me, bro. I think that shit's cool. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I was thinking about busting on my Vibe. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I haven't used that thing in like literally years. Okay, it's been over a minute now, guys. I actually did over a little bit over a minute. So I just want to see, did I do any whole health? And I think because it's calculating at the back still. And then how much whole health did I do? Rift S is like 5 years old. Damn. Yeah, I want to get a new VR headset eventually is what I was saying earlier. But I just want I want it to be something that's like I don't know. Maybe I'll wait like another decade, you know, and then I'll get like a really badass one. That, or maybe I'll just build a sim pit. Then I won't need one. Or budget sim pit. Budget sim pit. Oh, is there a fire somewhere? There might be. Oh yeah, it's looking hot in here. Looking steamy. Okay, let's see. So, all right. So a little over a minute of shooting. Now keep in mind, our armor was already 0. But a little over a minute of shooting. They said they reduced the amount of damage, I think, that lasers do to hull and also armor, I think. I need to read the patch notes. It was maybe one or the other, if anyone remembers off the top of their head. But without any... See, this is what I'm saying, dude. If everything was like thirded, like if I was only doing 30% of that, I feel like this would be good. I feel like this would be really good. I think it just needs to be tripled is what it needs to be. Or like, what I mean is like reduced. Ballistic's going to be king again. I don't necessarily think that that's what we're really finding from this test. It's just like there's some trade-offs for sure. There's some trade-offs. I still think that pretty much everything needs to be reduced, and same with pen. And dude, maybe, yo, you guys are out here saying, hey, weapons shouldn't, you know, damage big ships. And, you know, again, I agree when it's talking about internal components. So maybe size 1, 2, and 3s don't pin this tier of ship and up. But again, they can do, you know, damage to the hull, but they can't pin. They're not pinning components. You do need a size 4 to pin. I think that would be good. And then also quantum drive. Did I do any damage to the quantum drive? I did 0 damage to the quantum drive. So I need to go get ballistics and test that one more time, and then we'll be set. What's QT health? Apparently 100, which is, that's good, because before those size 3 lasers were pinning. Just turned 75. What are the chances of surviving to see Star Citizen completed in my lifetime? William, if I were you, I would, you know, maybe convert to a religion that has reincarnation. That may be your best chance. I'm not going to lie to you. It may be your best chance. Godspeed, my friend. Deadbolts are C788s. Dude, C788s are very good at the moment. They're very good. I don't know about that. I think a mediocre capship pilot should be able to win fights against skilled light fighter pilots because of the type of the ship they have. Well, I agree with you if it's a fully crewed ship. If they're just by themselves, I disagree. But I think if anything, it should be more of a stalemate. You know, and we're not talking about cap ships here. We're talking about subcapitals. We're talking about, you know, corvettes like this guy. Bigger ships like capitals, no, I would agree. I would agree. I think that it should be like a 90% or higher reduction whenever you're shooting a capital ship. 90% or higher. But you have to remember, capital ships already have a insane amount of hull health. So it's not necessarily like giving light fighters the ability to do that means they ever will. I think, again, it's only in overwhelming force. So like if a capital ship who's mediocre goes up against 50 light fighter pilots, and let's say, just for the sake of the conversation, they're all in ballistic wolves, and let's say for the sake of the conversation, they have access to reload, you know, multiple times. So if they want to like, if they want to go to the station and reload in between like runs, they can, but they probably won't run out of ammo fast, right? I think eventually they should be able to kill him, right? And so the idea is like, where do you draw the line? What feels healthy for the game? How many people should it actually take to take one of these things down? And I'd say an Idris versus 40 fighters should be, I think, a clear win for the fighters. Personally, maybe 40 to 50. But again, just with that sheer amount of power, I think it should be a toss-up. Now, if the Idris has all guns, right, it's fully crewed, maybe they have a chance. Maybe they can take some fighters down with them. Maybe they can turn the tides in their favor. Totally. If they have fighter support, even better. If they have, you know, a paladin or maybe a Perseus running defense for them as well, yo, even better, right? So now you're evening out the numbers and making it more realistic for, fleet combat to prevail. I think 40 fighters is overkill. 20 fighters is enough for a solo Idris. Well, I think it depends on what we're talking about, right? Because, like, let me put it this way. 40 Connies would, I think, be overkill. Like, 40 Connies versus an Idris, I think the 40 Connies should win just because, again, overwhelming firepower. And it's a lot of size 5s. A lot of size 5s. Now I want to see a fully crewed Idris with 8 Furies in the hangar. That'd be good. That'd be good. What about kamikazing the capital ships? Well, that does nothing at the moment. But, if you're a big enough ship, should you do some damage? Yeah, sure. Sure, but you're probably going to lose chicken if that's what you're trying to do. Who has 40 friends? Absolutely nobody, bro. I can't even name one. Absolutely nobody. In my opinion, 3 to 5 Ion Inferno should be deadly threat to an Idris. Especially if low crew. I think 3 to 5 sounds like too little to me. But I will say that I haven't tested it for pigs, and so you could be right, especially because of the fact that one, PDCs shoot the Inferno and the Ion. That's already a huge disadvantage for him, right? And the other thing is, especially if it's those ballistic ones at the moment, another thing to think about is that with one fighter, you would most likely sweep all of... You could literally 5v1, I think, one light fighter versus Ion and Inferno. So maybe it's just a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. And that is a size 7. So I don't know. I mean, the Ares, in my opinion, is already so bad. Like, I know people are trying to say that it's going to be good, but it just flies so terrible. I just don't see how it's actually going to fit in real combat. But I think it will be fun for some moments. Next landing, do a backflip to a nice, juicy touchdown. I believe in you. A backflip? Like what? Like a helicopter landing? I could do that. I can do that easy, actually. Easy, easy. Eclipse is the real answer, always has been. What about 85 Bs? Okay, hear me out. Who would win? Who would win? An Idris or a swarm of bees who have been released inside of the Idris and they're pissed? I think the bees might win. I think the bees might win. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to shoot exactly where I believe we need to, which is right here. Wait, it's like right above the chaff launcher, right? Yeah, right here, actually. Okay, wait, I got it. Yeah. Right here. What would you rather fight? One Idris-sized wolf or 100 wolf-sized Idrises? One Idris-sized wolf. I know where the fuse is, okay? I just shoot that thing. Easy, bro. Easy clap. Why not cans instead of repeaters? We're just testing these specifically. This has been our baseline, Blue. Is the armor... Sorry, is the armor not a component there? Sorry, we are shooting this specific place, if you didn't know, because this specific spot has been a weak spot for the quantum drive. And so we're specifically testing to see if we can pin here still. I don't think it's supposed to be the case. So the quantum drive is actually right here, which I probably shouldn't have shot it there just for the test, because we want to see if I don't do direct damage. Does it still, like, basically, you know, triangle cone, calculate, and then hit it? Is essentially the problem it's been. Okay, that should be good. If it's not blowing up, maybe it is. They fixed the audio bug. You know what, to be honest, bro, I don't know that they have. Which one are you talking about, though? The ATC one's gone. Thank God. Praise be to Chris's name. Praise be. Praise be to Chris's mighty name, or whoever fixed that bug. I owe them a kiss at CitizenCon. I'm not lying. Even the scanning is awful. True. True. Wait until EVE Online tactics come into play in Star Citizen. Light fighters will be used as quantum beacons for Ares, Polaris to jump in and hit out their capitals. Then jump out. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think people will use EVE Online tactics for sure, but they work a lot differently in Star Citizen. Bigger ship, actually, at least at the moment, even with engineering, does not equal more power. So right now, the sweatiest and most competitive teams in the org fights are all happening in pretty light ships at the moment. Now, for the record, I don't want that to be the case, but I think a couple of things are going to be needed for what you're saying to be true. And one of those is that one, engineering needs to actually have significance. And you know what, guys? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. We've been shooting this. We've been shooting the Perseus for probably a total of what, 10, 12 minutes? I've got... Oh, God, you can't make this up. I've got 67 whole health, 0% armor, and all my components seem to be relatively intact, which is good. It's good. No fires either. So I'm a lot more impressed with what is happening on the ship than what was happening before, but I still feel like it's not enough. Yeah, I know. 6, 7. I know, guys. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Me, it was me who fixed the bug. Ah, got it, Brush. Understood. I'm on the way over. Can you imagine in Squadron 42, a heavy fighter sees 2 Vandal fighters run away? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yo, Taylor, what's up, dude? Okay, so let's continue to shoot because I really want to know what happens once we get the HP to 0, which I'm imagining. Oh, you know what, guys? Hold on. Let's do this again. Okay, I want to test this. So let's shoot the front again for a little bit. And I want to see if I do any additional hull damage. Oh. Flashbang? Holy shit. Yo, that was crazy. What just happened? My ship was fine. I shot it for 10 seconds and then it died? Okay, great. Send it to live, guys. Send it to live. I do believe things are functioning as intended. Yep. Absolutely functioning as intended. Okay. Understood. Man, I shouldn't have opened my mouth so soon. I was definitely expecting the Perseus to hang in there a little bit longer. Okay, let's head to Tressler and then we can start calling out the Perseus again. The hull was not at 0. It was at 67%, not a joke, whenever we last looked at it. So, and that was like 10 seconds before we started shooting at it. I mean, I can't imagine we do that much damage in that little time. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's very confusing. 67 equals situation critical. Snipe by an interest? No, I don't think so. But, you know, it did seem like it. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me, gentlemen. Now, where is New Babbage? Shields weren't even down yet, were they? Well, I was using ballistics, but that, again, that's an insane amount. This goes back to my original theory that the armor sections and also the hull sections are split up, but they're just not telling you where, right? And so there's no bleed through. At least it doesn't show you the bleed through. It's very weird. Do I need help or am I good? You could help. You could help, Taylor. I'd be down. I'd be down. I don't really know exactly what I'm testing, except I guess just durability test. We could maybe do like a PvE mission with like a paladin or something and see how it holds up. If we could find a good one at least. There's a clip of on Perseus of the, or sorry, on Perseus. There's a clip on Reddit of a Perseus dying in seconds if you shoot the power plant. The ship might be bugged in general. Oh, you know what's weird though is like I definitely wasn't aiming at the power plant. Backflip, do it. Well, keep in mind, bro, you can't just do a backflip because then you would just like smack into the hangar at full speed. You know, you also got to roll with it. Okay. Don't get your hopes up that high. Now rate this landing. Oh, you said backflip. Okay, okay, I got this. I got this. I got this. Oh. Okay, that's a 1. So, like, how do you envision it in your head? How do you envision it in your head? Like, I'm doing a backflip? Because, like, this is how I typically do it, right? I typically do it like this. You know, or, hear me out, right? I could do it like this. You know, something like that, maybe. I hit the back there. But you can't really just do a backflip. 1, he didn't explode, so it's at least a 5. No, bro, that's a 1. Okay? It's a 1 for me. 2. Backflip landing in a Reliant while changing the wing configuration. Backflip landing means on back. Oh, you know what you want? Oh, I get what you want. I get what you want.
Backflip
you want like something like
back.
this, where like I like flip around, and then I like land like this, right? Like you want that. The only problem is that when I do that, is that I kind of just flipped for no reason. 7 out of 10. Okay, okay, okay. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. That was like, I'd give that a 6, maybe. I'd give that a 6. I'll work on it. You flip for style. It's the reason. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I see those like Arma flips, but the reason why they do that is because it works a little bit better in atmosphere because you have the weight of gravity pulling you down. And so you can kind of use that to your advantage and sort of do like, that's why you get those nice like helicopter style landings. Next to a kip flip. Okay, okay. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. You got to do the elite dangerous flips. What's that? I don't even know what you're talking about. Can you send me like the best elite dangerous landing? Also, what is going on with this frame rate? The hell? Yo, Chad, who broke my PC? Okay, which one of you did it? Just fess up. Fess up. Who did it? Hey, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm mad. All right, I changed my mind. I'm mad. All right, fess up, quick. Your tech? All right, mods ban him. You know what to do. Permanent ban, no appeal. Been a long time since I've seen Star System frames this bad. Cobra landings and ammo are cool too. Send me like the best one you've seen. Send me the best one you've seen. I'll see if I can replicate it. Elite Dangerous Landing is arguably not exciting. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Is I could probably do a lot better backflip landing. Next one, as you're landing from the front, hold Y to really... Wait. Flip, hold Y to really seal the deal. I think you're memeing, but actually, if I could land and then finish the landing animation while my character is still getting out of the ship, that would be hilarious. Oh god, that would be so good, actually. I was just thinking, though, the backflip landing would actually maybe work if you were doing a vertical hanger. You could actually make that practical, I think. It's fun flipping to enter the mail slot. Nice. Oh, okay. Very nice. It's boring once you sector vector. You talking about the mail slot ones or what? Got it. That would be an 11. Well, yeah. Again, if you guys have good landings that you've seen, send them to me. Okay, I'll try to recreate them. I am down. Have I been liking engineering? I think it's a good start, to be honest, but I think it still needs a lot more work. But I mean, it's a good start. Me, every time I play Arma 3 or Reforger, I swear to God, those helicopter pilots are so insane. Dude, I want to get into it, actually. I'm not even kidding. I want to get into flying helis in Arma. The only thing is, am I going to need a thruster? Am I going to need a thruster, or can I just do it with dual sticks? Does anyone know? I know some people use thrusters, is why I'm asking. Praying for a wipe in 4.5? I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, yo, I guess we have an ad break going on Twitch really quick. Yo, BRB, guys, just going to grab a drink really quick. BRB. I join an Arma group again. I love that game. Yo, it might be fun to just have like something else to play whenever Star Citizen's in downtime. And I know that's a game that has a lot of crossover. You know, Arma or like Squad or I don't know, something like that. Arma or Reforger might be fun to look into. I use dual sticks for heli piling. Just mock the left as the collective. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll watch like a good video or something. So you're saying I don't need pedals at all? Because I'd kind of maybe opt to want pedals just for roll even. Only because like that's how I roll in Star Citizen. I'd want to make it basically as close as possible. Reforger only got 6 support, and even now it's quite limited. I probably use Gremlin to get around that. But yeah, I appreciate the lookout. Thank you, dude. So yeah, I just wanted to try this really quick. We're waiting on the Perseus currently. Oh, Taylor, I guess, yeah, you're on the way. Taylor, what I need help with is being on the lookout for like a good PvE mission. Good PvE mission. I'm looking for those pods. There they are. Okay, the question is like, do I want to do this through the ring and potentially blow up on the ring? Absolutely. So like, kind of like what I was thinking, right, is... Oh, is this... Which one is this? Combat Gauntlet, what? Oh, 1. Perfect. So like... No, this isn't really that good, to be honest. And also... No, I thought it was like... Because like, how do the Arma pilots do it? They basically like flip, and then while they're flipping, they pull back so then they could go down. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Essentially. So I need to be pulling down. Yeah, what's 1 death anyways, okay? What's my clone scared of? Nothing. Okay, so I'm pulling down right here, and oh yeah, see, like if I nailed the distance a little bit, you could do a really cool landing like that, right? But I just need to get used to the distance. That's one I've never done before. That's cool. You know, that would be one that would be fun to do with like dropships. So like, again, I'm pulling up, I'm backing up, and now I'm strafing up. Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? I knew I was going to hit the pad before we did because I did the wrong input. Oopsie. Sounds like a new TikTok. Yeah, maybe. Does forward backwards have roll? Yeah, I have forward backwards and roll on my pedals. Yeah, maybe something big and heavy. Totally. Berks medical bills for clones will be insane. Exactly. See, you know what? The fun part is about I've been trying to get like even better at the landing stuff. I've been pretty good, but this is doing some of these challenges has definitely pushed me to be even better. You know, I'm like learning a lot from these last couple of days of just like really pushing myself. It's been fun, honestly. Which makes me kind of excited to try out, like, you know, the heli flying. Imagine flying a dropship and you tell everyone to unbuckle and then just flip the ship and essentially dump them off the ship. You could do that in the Prowler. And oh no, not another crash. Okay, that's the second one today. You could do that in a Prowler, and you know what you could also do that in is you could do that in the, what do they call it, the Caterpillar Steel. Has anyone seen that video? Watch Cletus do the hard park the spark challenge. Don't even know what that is. Now watching Berks do the hard park the wolf. Okay. I like it. What game was that in, Psycho? Is that like GTA or like... I've seen like a couple of videos online of people who do that kind of like hard driving stuff. Oh, real life. Oh, okay. That's even cooler. That's even cooler, dude. I think in maybe another universe, I could be like a, maybe not race car driver, but like maybe as a hobby, you know? That would be sick. It's an expensive hobby, though. Expensive hobby. Motorsports YouTuber? Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I'm jealous, to be honest. You have a face for radio? I'm thinking you're saying that to me because you've heard it somewhere before. But where could it be, your tech? Where could you have picked that up? My mom's bedroom? Oh, yes. It sounds like we have something similar, something in common. Anyways. This joke is not going the direction I was hoping. New update just dropped? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Dad, is that you? It's me. I'm back with the milk and the cigarettes. Don't you worry, bud. Don't you worry. Can't wait to use mine in Star Citizen. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Just get a wheel to add to your sim pit. Bro, you know, I'm not going to lie. Are you talking about using a wheel in Star Citizen? I'm not joking. One of the best pilots in the game uses a wheel. One of the best dogfighters in the game uses a wheel. To fly. I'm not kidding. I have no idea how it works, by the way. But how? Well, here's the deal. People forget that flying in a 6 Degrees of Freedom game is just all about, in my opinion, analog axes. Analog axes can be anything, you know, pedals, sticks, anything. If you can get an analog axis, I believe it's possible to get good on it. The legend of Jerry lives on. This guy actually, am I right about this, Thumb? I'm trying to remember the story right. This guy was supposed to go to a tournament and they actually asked him not to use the steering wheel, right? Like they were like, hey, can you please not use it? So he used keyboard instead. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's a true story. And he won, by the way. He won. He would have won with the steering wheel. I'm not lying. Let's see.
The capsule.
Do you think changing to stick and mouse, changing to sticks from mouse and keyboard without pedals is a good change? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd say it's a great change. It's really up to personal preference, but man, I like flying in this game. Oh my flashbang. I like flying in this. What is happening? I like flying in this game way more with sticks. I think that I get way more enjoyment out of sticks than I do buying spaceships. If I could only play the game with a $45 account in sticks, I'd be happy. If I could play the game without sticks, but with a $500 worth of ships, I mean, dude, yeah, I would take the other deal any day. Any day. I'd be way more bored. But that's just personal preference. It's personal preference. Pedals are great, but I think that sticks are fine. I just don't like twisting. That's the only reason I have pedals, is because I don't like twisting. If I had Omni, maybe. Omni's nice. One reason is my right hand. I broke my wrist actually in high school. And so, not for the reason you think, but I broke my wrist in high school doing some football drills in the cafeteria actually. Because it was like raining outside and then we tracked all this mud in, and then like there's like, you know, dirt all over the floor and it's like slick and gritty on this tile, and I fucking busted my ass, dude. And the rest is history. The rest is history. 100% real story. I busted my ass and I broke my wrist. Well, you know, you can do both, but you know, there's this thing that you can do sometimes. It's called am I thinking of the right word? I'm not thinking of the right word actually. Okay, well listen, I was going to give you a lesson on English, but I don't know English myself, so I can't. All right, you're lucky. My sticks and pedals arrived today. I'm pumped. Yo, congratulations, bro. Good luck. Did I sue? Dude, it was from a time when you didn't sue for that stuff. You know? Like, people used to not just sue for fucking everything, dude. I feel like everyone's trying to get their bag these days. And some of them are legit. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are legit. But a lot of them, I think, are not legit. Anyways. The craziest part is I went to the nurse after I broke my wrist. And she was like, you're fine. No issue. You're fine. Put some ice on it. You're fine. You probably just sprained it or something. You're fine. Don't sweat it. And then I actually went to a different class and she actually made me write. There was like an essay I had to write with my right hand, which is the one I broke that day. And she was like, oh yeah, just suck it up. The nurse said you're fine. You suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. I come in the next day, dude, with the cast. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be like 6 to 8 weeks before I can take this bad boy off. And dude, I didn't have to do a lick of work the rest of the year, dude. That teacher was like so unbelievably apologetic to me. It was actually really funny. I was like, damn, this is nice. This is really nice. I just got a free 100 in that class the rest of the year. It was sick. Okay, what were we grabbing? Also, I need to set my spawn up at I guess we'll do the arrow. I broke my right wrist in school learning how to write. Now I'm left-handed. Damn. That's crazy. Berks actually grew up during the 40s. It's true. It's true. True. Absolutely. Absolutely. Was that English class? It was English class. Yeah. English. Freshman year English. Do you have settings somewhere shared where you can share them for the VKB Gladiator? I ordered some, ordered them to start with sticks. Nice, yeah. I will absolutely share my settings. Real, I'm actually working on a video, and I will drop like everything there. I'm gonna get a landing tutorial out this week probably, and I'm also gonna get a stick setup or like controls guide kind of deal out this week as well. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be a perfect guide. It's not going to cover everything, but I've just been meaning to get one out for so long. I can always do another in the future, like a year from now or something. So I'm going to get one out. Awesome. Will be interested in that too. Yeah, it's been a long time coming and I've definitely been requested to do it quite a few times. To be fair, the English can't even speak English properly. Okay. Very true. Very true. I guess it depends on who you ask. Right? Depends on who you ask. I just want a guide. I plan on making my own settings, but good baseline. Exactly, dude. A lot of people have asked for a baseline. Oi, we speak proper. Well, hey, listen, you know, I actually fall in the camp of all words are made up. So I'm not judging. You know, if our wings were not folded in, I do believe we would have hit the hanger there, which would have not been good. How long did this birththon last? It lasted 9 days, which is not our shortest subathon ever. But honestly, I was kind of glad. Not that I wasn't having fun or anything. I was actually expecting you guys to dupe me in the last 10 seconds or so. We've never had a subathon in before like that, where nobody tried to stop it right at the end. It's never happened. At least it didn't happen once. The closest the timer got before someone gifted a sub was like 30 minutes. Not long enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, actually, chat should be sorry, okay? Blame chat. Yeah, I thought someone was going to get me, dude, in the last 5 minutes, but no, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. It just ended. I was like, damn. All right. Cool. But we're going to do probably our largest subathon ever next year, or this upcoming year. Like hopefully even longer than our one that we did in this summer. So, oh, thanks for doing those, by the way, Taylor. Maybe I'll grab the Perseus and I'll head your way as soon as I land. Contract shared. Nice. I was first.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh. Not smooth. Not smooth. That was like, I'd give that maybe a 6.5. Good pad placement, good deceleration, but not smooth. When entering the hangar, I get odd movement. I can't figure out what's causing it. Any ideas? 6 or 7 out of 10. Yeah. So it wasn't that bad. Okay. I think that probably what it is, Cooley, is that you have, let me show you. It's called vehicle proximity, I think, or, man, what's the word for it again? It's right here somewhere. So here's one thing that I'm going to show in my video. You guys need to turn off. Flight automatic slowdown on. No, dude, so funny. I posted this video of me doing one of my landings, and it was actually like a certified 10. And there were so many people in the comments who were claiming that I faked it or that I was auto landing. I'm like, wait, really? That's so funny people think that. Yeah, anyone who's played Star Citizen surely wouldn't think that's true. But, okay, wait, let's see. Speed limiter on. Here it is, proximity assist. So, yeah, let me scroll up so you can see it. Right here, this one. Okay, so it's about a quarter way down. Proximity assist, no. And this will dampen and change your inputs while you're in the hangar. That could be it. And I actually find it to be so tough to land whenever I have proximity assist on. Yeah, AI landing, dude. Yeah, I got to turn my AI landings off. It's not fair. 150 mil this year, so up from 116. Jesus. Yeah, you know what? I'll be very interested to see if they keep on track for next year. They're definitely going to try, obviously, right? Like, they're going to do everything in their power. We'll see. We'll see. Proximity assist is useful if you have a throttle, because of how ship turbo boost, even with the slight throttle changes. Yeah, I do think that's a coupled thing. Do you use coupled or do you use decoupled? I think that's something that you would feel less of if you used decoupled. Okay. Excellent, excellent. That's our third crash today. This is definitely not a release candidate. No shot this is a release candidate. Right? Did they say it was one? Probably not. 30 new ships next year, definitely, bro. Could not start the game. Okay, wait. Did I do something wrong? Okay, let's close out completely. Uh-oh. Update dropping? I mean, maybe. Probably not, though. I think we would have heard about it already. I turned proximity assist. Sorry, I turned off proximity assist, but automatic slowdown stays on for now. Yeah, automatic slowdown can be good. I just feel like it limits what you can do. There's an update potentially releasing today with extra experimental features. Oh, I wonder what that means. Interesting. Did they elaborate at all? Oh, thank you, Eric. I missed your message, by the way. PTU released later today with further engineering updates and full experimental feature testing. Okay, understood. Oh, is that the VR thing? Ah, yeah, the VR. Okay, okay. Am I gonna have to, guys, literally, if they drop the VR, I will at least try, okay? I will try to bust out this Vive and get it set up, okay? I'm down to try it. I'm down to try it. If it happens, I'll do it. Moby Glass. That's the old technology. We got new technology. You got the lighthouses, mountain stuff. Do I need all that? I can't just like plug it into the back of the PC. It's literally been like a decade since I've used a VR. Maybe a little bit less than that. They're mandatory? Fuck, okay. Well, I'll figure it out. My advice, if you do, pull a Idris, Perseus, Polaris. Sense of scale. Oh, yeah, true. Sense of scale could be cool, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people forget, man, how big even a Gladius is. Gladius is huge. You know, these are very large, like bigger than a car, for sure. Like a lot bigger than a car. Like, I think a Gladius is like the length of like a bus. I could be wrong, but I think it's probably pretty close. Yo, Full Woody, if I didn't thank you already, thank you for the 22, bro. Really appreciate that. Vanguard is the size of a 737. That can't be true, is it? Gladius is the size of a F650 Super Cab with extended box. No, hell no. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? This topic makes me self-conscious. Don't worry, Bush. We're not talking about you, okay? Hello, is this PTU 4.5, the VR version? Well, I think that, yeah, it's the only VR version, and I don't think it's out yet. Some people have figured out a way to use the VR version early, but I don't know how they're doing it. I have no idea. That's why I saw somewhere. Yeah, I don't think that's right. To be fair, a 737 is just a couple of school buses long. Yeah, I mean, that's longer than a Vanguard, I'm assuming. I would imagine a Vanguard would be like... Well, let's look. Maybe I'm wrong about the Gladius. Jesus Christ, dude. The frame rate. This is so bad. Yeah, this is the most crashy PTU we've had so far. And the least... Well... This. Oh, there we go. Least frames, at least. Need to change the config file? Oh, yeah, you think it's something to do with that? Oh, you mean for VR. Got it. Here is how. Sorry about the timeout. But I see the link. Someone retrieved too many Persei. Ah. The old Persei crash. Got it. Understood. Understood. Chachi was using console R underscore stereo screen or something like that. Oh, okay. So there's a way you can do it without the config file. I think that the... Oh. What happened to the Perseus?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
There we go. Thought I pulled it. My bad. So VR is here. Not fully, but I think it seems as if it's close to implementation. I wonder how it works. I wonder if it's like fully polished or not. You need config file and an in-game command. Okay. Understood. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to check it out myself yet. But I'll take your word for it. Google AI says a 737 is between 30 and 40 meters. The Vanguard is 39 meters. Damn. I guess if you go tip to tip, like gun to wingtip. But that's kind of crazy to think about. Like, I would imagine the Perseus would be like the same length as a, you know, like an IRL like jet you would fly on. Maybe not the thickness, but length. Because, like, I guess there's just, like, way more space on these things than you think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it would be about the right size. Are we saying that, like, an IRL 737 only goes to, like, right here-ish? Like, it would be just right here forward? That'd be the whole plane? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Damn. Gladius is 20 meters long. True. Okay, so this is kind of like, I guess, more of the size that I was thinking in my head. Oh, yeah, yeah. The Vanguard is definitely smaller. See? Oh, wait. Yeah, here's a 747. Oh, do we say 37? Are 37s a lot smaller? Oh, yeah, yeah. Here's this one. 737. Yeah, they're like the same size almost. The Vanguard's a little bit smaller. And also, it's only because of these, like, you know, wingtips. If you wanted to, like, say, like, what have the same internals, it would be more like a Valkyrie, which feels right. Yeah, people who were pilots probably were like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? 737, 747, same thing, guys, same thing, right? Right, same thing. I read 747 in my head. Oh, understood. Okay, so hey, listen, not everyone even got it right. Who knew? What's the scale compared to a banana? I don't know. Want to find out? The hell? What was that? I just got a Discord notification. Those are supposed to be off. Unbelievable. Wait, Taylor, don't do number 6 without me. Let's do it together. Yeah, where's my streamer mode? The hell? You baited me? I didn't mean to. But now you make me want to. Oh. New chat troll idea. Perseus is about 500 bananas long. Have you actually measured? Okay. Can we trust your science? I think we need to go to the grocery store right now. We need to get ourselves 500 bananas and test it out ourselves. Otherwise, how are we going to know? Okay, here we go. RSI launcher just updated. Sometimes it just kind of does that. Let me know if it actually says there's a new patch. Yeah, the launcher likes to kind of push updates semi-frequently. Or sometimes when you just open it, it does that. I've noticed. No new patches in now? Okay. Let me know. Finally, a sensible metric. Absolutely. A sensible metric by sensible people. You can always count on Star Citizens to do the math right. Well, actually, you know, now that I think about it, that statement isn't quite true. Oh, wait. Why did I turn one of the coolers off? There's really no reason to keep them both on. It's redundancy. Yo, Cha, what's up, dude? Favorite skin for the Perseus? Is it kind of lame if I say that the default skin's my favorite? I don't know, man. There's just something so, like, sleek about the default skin. I think it kind of looks like a naval battleship. Where are you coming from, Taylor? Where should I meet you? Mike L2? You want me to just meet you at like OM1? I went on vacation. The Burkathon ended. How could this happen? I'm sorry, Red Shanks. I'm sorry. I went on vacation too. Default is definitely superior to the white and gold marbled garbage. Yeah, you know, I'm not as big of a fan of the marbled skin myself, the white one. But yeah, I really like the default. In not every ship I like the default on, to be honest. There's another one that I think is my second favorite, which is the one with the red nose. Yo, Red Shanks, thank you so much, bro, for the 5 gifted. Yo, 07's in chat for those gifted. Really appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Hope you enjoyed your vacay. Does that one cooler off affect other components with engineering? Not really. Not at the moment, Lord. Not at the moment. The hell? Unbelievable, this guy. Unbelievable. You better not hit my ship. Don't you dare. All right, good. Oh, man. Lucky I don't ban your ass. Oh, yeah, I'm so scared, Virgil. Hey, you dropped your sword, by the way. I don't see it anymore. What the hell? That's crazy. Yeah, what up, dude? You want your mod back, Virgil? I'll give it to you. I trust you, okay? I trust you. Absolutely. No, give me VIP? Damn, and then Thumb just hits you. Hey, listen, that wasn't my fault, okay? I can't protect you. I can't protect you, especially from Thumb. Never mind, give me mod. And take away Thumb's mod. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Mod. Verge. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna fuck him up. All right, how about this? We'll flip a coin. You guys are both mod now, okay? I'll flip a coin, and whoever loses the coin flip gets unmodded, okay? Heads or tails? Thumb, you can call it. Oh, shit. Virgil said heads. Okay, hey, listen, he called it first. He called it first. I don't know what to tell you. You should have spoken up sooner. All right, here we go. Flip a coin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be heads? Is it going to be tails? It's tails! Yo, get wrecked, Virgil. Yo, how do we do that? Okay. Mod Verge. Okay, his reign was supreme, chat. It was long. He did many things in his reign, but banning Thumb was not one of them. I don't know what to say. I never liked this stream. I never like. Hey, listen, Virgil. All right, the feeling's mutual. Okay, I've never liked this stream either. Okay, get in line. Get in line. I'm gonna jump in comms. Oh, dude, it's my my Discord on my. Wait, hold on. Let me do. Where is it? Streamer mode. Boom. Let me turn that on.
Good gracious, my frames, Berks.
Are we buying VR headsets or what? Dude, you want to hear something, Verge? I have a Vive that I've just never really used. Yeah, what's up, Taylor? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I might just use the one I have and see how I like it. Virgil, I'm just
taking tomorrow off to see the Game Awards.
Oh, nice. Game Awards. Wait, Game Awards is tomorrow?
Like for me, it's tomorrow, like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Oh, so it's tonight then? Oh, shit.
For you, it will be.
Bucky's going ballistic over here. Stop it. He's always barking at nothing, chat. Okay, let me make sure the shields are up. This always happens where we like get in a fight and then... Oh wait, I guess let me shoot some torpedoes. Oh. Hey, wait, are you in the front turret? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Not even close. Not even close. You know, you're hitting him in his invincible spot, FYI.
Yeah, I'll get the normal mode with the pip so I can aim better. There you go.
I think you are hitting his components.
Power plant?
Oh, components
Maybe.
is what I was going to say. Well, he dropped his shields. Like, they dropped because of damage. Nice.
There you go.
Wait, so was no Gladius? Or did you take him out already?
Oh, yeah. I took them out before.
Got it. Game Awards? People really watch this? The Game Awards? Yeah, bro. I mean, a ton of people do.
Let me get combat
Totally. I mean,
scenario
if you're not going to watch them for the
7.
awards, sometimes, you know, games that people care about are dropping trailers and stuff. I don't think this is going to happen, but there's a rumor. Can you share that one more time? There's a rumor that Squadron 42 is going to drop a trailer tonight. Yo, how many hours from now is the Game Awards? Pure Hopium? I think so too. I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a rumor.
Almost 6 hours.
That's good copium. I like that.
No. That was
I doubted
way
me
off.
too.
4.5.
I think it's gonna happen at Invictus. If it's gonna be this next year, it's gonna be at Invictus. But like, I almost feel like they're just not gonna do it next year. I could be wrong. That's what I'm feeling. Yo, Excalibur, have a good one, bro. Half-Life 3, let's go. In 4 hours, according to this. Okay. Damn, dude. I wish I could co-stream it. I've got plans tonight. Next year, guys. Next year. I won't make any plans on Game Awards night so we can watch it together. Can I even co-stream it? Am I allowed to? I might not be allowed to. Time to cancel your plans. I would be down. I would be down. If I didn't make these plans like 2 months ago. 5 p.m. Pacific time? Oh, okay. So 7 p.m. for me. Damn. Guess we'll see. You have to get permission. Ollie was showing he got approved. So I didn't get permission, so it's probably too late for me anyways. But yeah, like I said, I can't do it anyways. Unfortunate. But we can talk about it tomorrow. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Well, unfortunately, in the year of 2025, where lawsuits are abundant and people are trigger happy on that stuff, especially YouTube, bro. YouTube, I don't want to fuck up on YouTube. I hear all these like horror stories, basically. Oh wait, is this the Hammerhead?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh god. I'm gonna get some distance to make sure we're full shields, and then what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna put full power to front shield. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, he's closing. No, he's not. That's the fighters. We're good. Where is the... There it is. Oh, where's my head tracking? Okay, let me hit you on the Hornet first. Nice.
Hornet down.
And then arrows close. Hammerhead is getting really close, actually. We'll start backstrafing. Should be able to take this guy down here, yeah? Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, there you go.
One more.
Switch into the other
Oh, we're
arrow.
already getting shot by the Hammerhead. Okay, switch to the Hammerhead.
Copy that.
Can you hit any shots from here?
Probably.
Okay. We're going to... Oh. He wants to roll past us. Oh my god, that's crazy. See if we can get some hits at the single.
He's too far away. He's dodging everything.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm hitting. He's just following, so I'm getting some hits.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, here we go. We're going direct on. Oh, we're gonna get him, I think. Just keep shooting.
I'm recharging.
Oh, really? I didn't know. All right, we're flipping around. I have to.
All right, I'm good.
Left. Okay, we're gonna flip around here.
I'm gonna give you some seconds to cool off.
Finish her off. I mean, I will say,
There you go.
this is a... Remember, we've only got one turret gunner here. AI Hammerhead DPS is nuts. And I would say that the Perseus hung in there better than I thought it would. Like, that was better than before, for sure. And remember, the Perseus cannons got a nerf. If you guys didn't hear, unfortunately.
They feel like they shoot faster.
Do they shoot faster? Is that part of it?
I mean, it does feel like it.
They did absolutely get a nerf. Now, did they get a buff to something else? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, they're 25% faster as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's significant. Pilot has guns? Not really. I'd rather just give my turret gunner a good shot, you know?
Polaris? Or that's maybe
It's
too
just the
much.
2.3 I have. Yeah, Polaris got a nerf too, the front cannon. Which is interesting. But these are size 8s. But the 25% increase in speed probably means they're about the same DPS. It's just a small nerf. I'd imagine. At least that's how I read it. Polaris Shield got a massive nerf. That's crazy. Less alpha, but alpha is not everything. Especially in like a capital ship fight, you know? Like it's more about sustained damage.
Yo, Durag is a criminal. Let's go get him.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. 2030 is copium. If Squadron 42 doesn't release this year, we're not getting 1.0 till 2030. Yeah, I think 2030 is like, in my opinion, best case scenario. I think that we only get Squadron. Well, even if we get Squadron next year, I still think 2030 for 1.0s is very hopeful. It's optimistic. And I only say that because of how much, not how much they've done a lot, but how much they still have to do. And you think about everything that goes into 1.0. Whew. Squadron 42 is 2 years away. Not what I heard. I heard it's 1 year away, okay? Just 1 year. That's it. What do you guys think the chances are that Squadron releases in December of next year? Do you guys think that high chance? You guys think that they'll wait till like December 15th or something. I mean, I think releasing even a month after GTA might be too soon. 0? At this point, I have no idea. You think before December? Yeah, I mean, but if they were going to announce the release date at Invictus, which would be May, by the way, end of April, May, or I guess it's like actually end of May, June, typically, is it not? Did we want to try for the Polaris?
I'm not seeing the mission.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a quick repair. I guess my question is, if they release the announced date on like in like the beginning of June, so what would that be? June, all right, June, July, August, September, October. So what is that? Like 150 days they could do like marketing or whatever. I'm a little slow on math today. I mean, it's not a terrible timeline, but most games take more time once they've released a release date to like let it cook and do marketing and stuff. But I mean, it's not a terrible timeline. They aren't good with dates, so maybe they'll just drop it one day. Probably not gonna be what happens, just because they would basically be giving up a lot of money to do it that way. I want to get good at the manual docking too. I need to practice this, to be honest. Where's it want me to line the roll up? Right there. Boom. And then right here. And then pitch down. And then I actually don't know how this one works. Is it? No. Okay, I got to go backwards. Okay, forward. I wasn't seeing it. Oh, there it is. Shit. I'm really close. I'm really close, but I'm actually like kind of far. Oh, I see. I'm like trying to rely less on like my actual visual and trying to rely more on what the docking information is giving me, but I'm not very good at reading it, at least not yet. Okay, let me just auto it. Seems very unintuitive. It kind of is, but I still think I could get good at it with some practice. Box corners are forward and backwards. The horizontal is height. Oh, okay. Berks uses Autoland. Confirmed. It's true. I do. You know what'd be cool is if you could repair from the repair terminal. Like you could like pay for a repair instead of just the pilot seat.
That makes sense.
It makes sense that the engineer would do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next dock, I want to see you do a flip first.
Yeah,
well, let me nail the regular dock first.
Scenario 8.
Oh, you see no scenario 8?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could head to Hurston and see if we see it there.
Okay.
You done? Oh, shit. Pressed the wrong button. That's my bad. Fat fingered Y. I can dock a Merlin in Andromeda in less than a minute now. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I think you could get probably really good at that. Now, do you hold the auto dock at all now? Because here's what I think, okay? And tell me if you agree. Is I think that it should be a little bit more lenient with how close it gives you the auto dock. Like if you get within like, I don't know, I'd say like 1 meter of the docking port, I think it should just give it to you. I'm not saying that it can't be precision still, because that's precision. But I think if you get like really close, like you get like 99% of the way there, or 90, let's say 95. If you get 95% of the way there, I think it should just give it to you. Should magnetize once you're fairly close. Yeah, exactly. Then they goes to the topic. Whatever work they put into Squadron 42, it'll be too dated to be releasable maybe after 4 years, in my opinion. Could be true. Could be true. I think their best bet is to ignore the project and fully kit out the PU. Oh, bro, absolutely. Absolutely not is what I meant to say. Absolutely not. I think not finishing Squadron would be a huge mistake at this point. Now, if you said this 10 years ago or 5 years ago even, I'd be like, okay, maybe you're onto something. But like this close, I'd rather them just release the shitty product if it's bad. I'm not saying it's gonna be, but let's pretend like the reasoning is they just don't want to release a bad product or whatever, and they just hold it forever. I'd rather them just release the bad project and move on. And I say this as someone that I would 100% without a doubt
does chat know?
I would lose 0 sleep if does chat know what, Jay? I would lose 0 sleep if they deleted Squadron 42. Also, the biggest drop would be to not just announce it, let it happen. Never thought engineer would be in the PTU this month. You know, I disagree with you because you're talking about the internal community. They are going to need to market the game. You don't need to market to people who already play Star Citizen. You need to market to people who don't. You're trying to convince people who don't play Star Citizen to play the single player campaign and buy it, right? Oh, yeah, Jay, I wasn't even going to be on for that long today. That demo from Squadron 42, or sorry, the demo from 2024 SitCon, it was Squadron 42. It's all anyone will ever play of Squadron 42. It's never getting a full release. Yeah, I mean, okay, how about this, Shubataru? Are you so confident in that if it comes out, you'll let me permanently ban you? Would you be willing to take that bet? Low-key, I'm so stoked. Me too, dude, actually. Me too. I'll have to call you after the stream. But yeah, I'm down. I'm down to, like, workshop if that's what you want to do. I missed your call, but I just couldn't answer it right now. Yeah. Hey, Jay, the Game Awards are tonight, so I actually got to extend the stream. I'm sorry. Of course, clip it. Okay. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. And how about this, Shubataru? In the same... Oh, well, that wasn't me. But in the same vein, if 2028 hits and we still don't have Squadron, I'll VIP you. Okay, sound good? Or I'll tier 3 sub you if you'd rather that. Up to you. I do want to watch the Game Awards low-key. Yeah, I mean... I've never watched the Game Awards, to be honest. Banner VIP? I guess next year. Enough people already market how much money has been made. Enough people will talk about Squadron 42. You're right, bro, but I think you overestimate. I do agree with you, by the way. That's a lot of free marketing. Wait, what?
I got the Polaris contract.
Nice. I think you overestimate how many people know about Squadron 42 versus how many people CIG wants to know about Squadron 42, right? That's what marketing is all about. For example, there's a reason why Rockstar, the biggest game studio in the world, will be probably putting, I would say probably $1 billion, maybe more, into GTA marketing. I'm pretty sure their last marketing campaign for Red Dead Redemption was like 600 million. Any and all games, I think, do benefit from marketing, and I think that clearly shows. And it's why that these companies put money into it, you know? So I don't think that CIG is going to want to not market. Now, here's where you could be right, is do they need more time than I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe 4 months or maybe 3 months is enough. But I guess we'll just see. Half of GTA's budget is marketing. I don't think the $2 billion that they've been saying that they're going to spend on the game is a part of marketing. I think they're going to spend more. I think that $2 billion is just for the game. I'm pretty sure. I know how Harvard business mindset works. You don't factor in sunk cost at all. Those who kickstarted Squadron 42 are just a sunk cost. What we want from it isn't likely possible. Chris Roberts gave too much focus in the cinematics, actors assigned. It sounds like it's just not going to be what you want, bro. I think there's tons of people who are going to love Squadron. I'd bet money that even if you hate Squadron, there's going to be lots of people who love it. And here's the deal, man, is that ultimately this game is coming out. So, I mean, we can debate this all day. Like, should they cancel it? Should they not? Blah, blah, blah. Right? But they're not going to do it. There is no world where they stop working on Squadron unless they run out of money. Now, again, I said this years ago. This thing that you were saying, I said years ago. I said, dude, they should just literally release Squadron, or they should stop working on it. And they should focus on the PU, because I think we'll get a much better product from it, is what I meant to say. And I think that's still true, by the way. If they stop working on Squadron today...
Shit, I'm blacked out.
Yeah, sorry. I had to, like, go away really quick because we got to get our shields up. But yeah, I think we'd get a much better product. I agree with you. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's any world where that becomes a reality at all. Okay, I see the Polaris. I see a Corsair heading right for us. We're going to go Corsair first on the right.
I
Ready?
see it. Yep.
Studio would have to hit a black hole. Exactly. There's nothing short of a intervention from God himself or them running out of money that would make them not release Squadron 42 next. Or first, rather. Nice job.
Holy shit.
That was still really fast.
That was quick.
Okay, we're going to go Gladius next.
Copy that. I'm overheated.
I'm getting you in a better position anyways. We're going to have to start dealing with that Polaris pretty soon, but not yet. Nice.
Nice.
And then one more Gladius on the left.
I see it.
Dude, you know it'd be really good if they went back to the old balancing? Sorry, he like desynced off my screen. If they went back to the old balancing, Omnis would be really good on those turrets, I think.
He's down.
Okay, we got one more Corsair. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, all right, they're trying to shoot us with those big guns now. Okay, so if I put you in front of that gun, can you disable it? Because that is our only threat.
I'll try to hit it.
That, or we can stay on top of the Polaris is also an option, but I just don't know if I have the boost. to do it. This is not a bad angle, as long as it doesn't roll on us. It's rolling on us.
This guy is like, oh my god. He screams.
Oh really? I've got sound turned down. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try to stay on him so that that size 7 can't hit us.
Gotcha. Do I go for the engines?
Yeah, you could go for the engines, and then if he's just a sitting target. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Yeah, just keep focus firing on the engines. How's precision mode work in this this kind of angle with this turret? Does it feel good, or do you not want to use it at all?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Understood. Okay.
I gotta.
Yeah, he
cool
wants to
off.
hiss. Okay, I'm gonna try to just get above him again. Really trying to save my boost here so that we can stay out of the that turret's range. Rear shield already down. Oh, on the Polaris, dude, you're right. This thing is just really not a threat. You know, I hate to say it, and I'm a fan of the Polaris. Big fan. I wish it wasn't that way. Oh, dude. Sorry, we're taking big hits from that turret. Again, if you could disable, oh god, we're gonna hit a asteroid. We're good. We're good.
I'm overheated.
Copy. I'm gonna get you in a good position here. Can you shoot that turret? I'm gonna put you right in front of him. Here he comes. Here he comes. Get ready.
It might be disabled already.
It's not. It's not.
It's not? Okay.
Okay. Here, get ready. He's gonna flip around.
Okay.
Oh, you got good shots right now. Just take them. My bad. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when. Because eventually he's gonna try. Okay, that's good. I think we've basically got him here. Now, once we go for the engines, I think this is, in my opinion, happening way too fast, by the way. Way too fast. Remember, we've only got one Perseus turret here. I think this is kind of crazy how fast this is. Okay, and then start going for those critical components in the middle. They should be like basically underneath the power plant. Or sorry, underneath the hangar. Engines just pop off. Dude, yeah, they do. It's crazy. Yeah, see if you can find them. Here, I'll help look.
Oh shit. I see the power plant.
Oh yeah. That's got to be it right there. Yeah, both those spots are good, I think. I think one's the shield gen. Do you think if I got us underneath, you'd pin better? You want to try?
Yeah.
Here,
probably.
here. You ready? We're going to go for that turret.
Yep.
Okay, he's right at the front. At the tip, right there. It's you versus him. I'm going to try to get you in an angle he can't hit you. I think that's good. I think you already got him. Maybe?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's all it takes.
Yeah, he's down.
And so I think like neutralizing that early is super good. Okay, and then...
Okay, I'm going for the power plant.
Yeah, okay. Good shots, good shots. Wow.
There you go.
That's crazy. So, okay, we should try that again, but literally just go for the turret and then immediately go for the power plant.
Mm-hmm.
And see how fast that is. Because, like, now I know where it is. Here, let me take a mental image of where it was again. You remember, right?
I do.
It's
yeah.
it's like in between these. I don't know if that's the landing gear. Is it?
Like around there, maybe.
Yeah, a little. Like there's actually an X right there. Do you see that? I think that X is right around where it is. That's so funny. X marks the spot. They literally said, let's make it easy on the Polaris. That's one turret, guys. That's one turret. I think that's a little fast, to be honest. That's 5 minutes with one turret. I think it should be longer.
Right. I'll be on the lookout for...
Yeah, let me try jumping. We'll have to, we'll have to get a repair anyways. I don't think anything crazy, though. I don't think we took any, like, insane damage. And remember, I'm pretty sure we did the hammerhead in the same life. I don't think I've repaired since then, have I? Or did we? No, we did. We did.
No,
we did repair.
We did.
We did repair. I was thinking we repaired after the Connie. Polaris needs a buff, in my opinion. Or sorry, laugh my ass off. Dude, I think so too, actually. Wasn't the original 4.5 weapon balance with current shields a healthy balance? I thought it was better than this. Yeah, I thought it was better than this. But I think pin is too much right now. Pin is too much. Pin needs to be a lot slower, I think. Unless all of your armor is gone. Once armor depletes, you can make pin, you know, damage more. But still, it shouldn't be 1-for-1 damage. I think there should be a reduction still. If you want, I could jump somewhere else and we'd probably get the mission.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see, Magda. The hammerhead was definitely more of a danger, for sure. The hammerhead was more of a danger for a couple of reasons, but if that Perseus, or sorry, not Perseus, if the Polaris turret got a few good hits on us, it could have been scary, I'm not gonna lie. But it definitely needs to be better still. Armor also goes way too quickly. I agree. No disagreement from me here. No disagreement from me here. Could you run and just check the engineering terminal really quick and see
yeah,
what the armor and everything's at? Just curious. Polaris is a torpedo boat. I don't disagree, but I don't think there's any reason to... I don't think it's really in a good spot. And I don't think there's any reason to make it worse than it needs to be, just for the sake of, oh, well, it's not the Idris. And I'm not saying make it as good as the Idris.
Every component
I think that if you watch that...
aside from the cooler at the front, which is at 99.9.
Okay, what's the armor at?
Armor is at 55%, hull at 96.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I think if you look at that and you thought to yourself, that looks balanced, I think that you're crazy. I think that the Polaris needs to be way tougher. It's a capital ship. And yeah, it's a torpedo boat, but it's still a capital ship. And I think that the thing that you need to think about is that how many capital ships do you think that we're ever going to get in the game? Like, sorry, let me be even more specific. How many combat capital ships do you think we're ever going to get in the game? 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 or 8 if we're lucky. If we're lucky, and that's going to take years to get there. To even get like 7 or 8 capital ships, it's going to take years and years and years and years and years, right? If we're talking about combat capital ships. I mean, we're going to have the Idris, Polaris, Javelin, right? Bengal eventually. That's probably years away. Years and years and years away. But I think that these ships, right, are oh, engines off. I think these ships should be playing like rock paper scissors with each other, kind of like more like how a heavy fighter. I know this is a bad example because heavy fighters suck right now, but and that's my point, right? Is that the same way heavy fighters shouldn't suck just because they're heavies. The Polaris shouldn't suck just because it's like the smallest combat capital ship. There should be some sort of advantage to it. There should be some way to play it that isn't just like, you know, a free lunch for anything that can just like shoot its engines off, right? The Idris doesn't struggle with that, and I think that it should feel more akin to that. Like when you shoot a Idris engine off, it feels deserved. Yeah, it's a glorified pinata at the moment. I think it's funny we have X-ray vision to see components. Yeah, I actually want them to get rid of it. I want them to get rid of component targeting, and you know what? I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think if they don't get rid of component targeting, component health needs to go way, way, way up. The durability needs to last a lot longer, I think.
My game died. Let's go.
Really? Yeah, it happened to me a couple times today, actually.
Yeah, audio was just having an complete aneurysm.
Polaris had plenty of time in the fight to fire Torps. Justin, you're crazy, bro. You're welcome to have that opinion, but you're crazy. I think bad take, personally. What about shift component targeting to scanning ships? So they have to work in tandem. Well, yeah, maybe you could do some sort of like, you know, scanning ship roll or something like that, or like someone on the ship has to scan or something. That would be fine, but I think that you shouldn't be able to see the component until the armor is depleted. Minimum until the shields are depleted. But I think if armor is depleted, I think that you shouldn't be able to see them. The game should reward ship knowledge versus just knowing where to aim. Well, and think about it this way. It will also slow ace pilots down, and even people who are really good, because like even someone like myself, it's hard to, without knowing exactly where it is, it's hard to sub target if you're not like actually sub targeting. It's tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's tough. And I'd say I have decent aim. It should be that I know the components are there from skill, learning the ship layouts, that too. But here's another thing, right? Is that it'd be cool if like, you know, you would just tell people like, oh, hey, you know, the Perseus, the weak spot is this giant spot that's underneath the back of the bridge, you know, so you can't really see it right now because of the lighting. It's like really rough, but it basically like the opposite side. Oh, opposite side right here, right? Or the Idris, that the weak spot is at the top of the hockey puck on the back of the Idris, so people will start coming up with like callouts and stuff for it. But what I'm saying is it slows people down because you're not precision targeting and you don't get a pip for it. I think that's where the problem is. If you could only precision aim, I think that'd be better. I think sub targeting and getting a pip is problematic. Is it easier to sub target with mouse than stick? No. They're equal, but I think that it feels too easy to do. It feels too easy to do. It feels undeserved that you just get the X-ray vision, in my opinion. And here's a question: is if, like, why would the armor or why would the shields or something not disrupt that scan somehow? I think that would be maybe a lot better. Even if the Polaris could fire torps or deal more damage, 5 minutes is still way too fast. Sure, yeah. If you wanted to say the Polaris is fine from an offensive standpoint, I actually could see that more. I just think that it needs more health. That's it. If you want to say that the Polaris has enough offensive capabilities, actually, I sort of disagree. Or sorry, I sort of agree. But I think that the main reason is because CIG's making the balance super weird. You know, like I think it's 6 torpedoes to kill an Idris, but then like also PDCs are it's really hard for them to kill torpedoes now. But also like unless you have the ballistic ones that are really good, right? So it's like, oh, okay. And you also save power with the ballistic ones. So, hey, baby, yeah, what's wrong with swiping the credit card for $50 more? Get myself a little ballistic turret vehicle and just duping that thing, put it on my Idris, right? Is how probably most people are thinking, because the laser ones don't do a good enough job anymore. This is actually why I sort of think that PDC should only be targeting bombs and missiles, but I think they should be really good at it. And then fighters should be able to take down PDCs in a fight, but engineers need a way to repair them mid-fight, I think. Like, it needs to be this ebb and flow. That's how I would do it, at least. Maybe that's not the right way to do it. I don't know. That's how I would do it. I think that sounds more fun than making it like super hard to take down a PTC, and also on top of that, well, it's mainly because like hit reg and stuff, but making it hard to take down PTCs and also on top of that, you can't repair them. Feels a little weird. Stop, Berks. You're describing an actual game. Please get back to Star Citizen. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm backseat deving again. Okay, that's my fault. How rude of me. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. Oh, dude. Here, let's blow through. So we're not in the middle of all these guys. Yo, Cooch! Finally, the time of VR is upon us. Dude, we were talking about this earlier, actually.
72 months and we have VR.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, bro. Is, a lot of people are really excited for it. I'm scared I'm gonna like it too much. Do you know what I mean? I'm scared I'm gonna like it too much, and I'm not gonna want to go back. Okay, I'm keeping you on this, Gladius. A couple of the fighters last time. Oh, my bad. A couple of the fighters last time. Ended up hitting us, so maybe they'll do that again. Okay, I'm gonna move us back actually, really quick. Those Corsairs are getting pretty close. Oh. Hey, who are you going for? I'm going for that Gladius too.
Yep. I'm overheated, but
nice.
This guy is
I think he's dead.
Pretty fucked up.
I think he's dead. He looks like he can't move.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, next Gladius. Holy. Now a message from our sponsors. Bro, Cooch.
Get a Bimax Crystal.
Bro, no way. You just dropped
for that
a $1,500 dono for that. Holy shit, bro. What the fuck? Yo, 07's in chat for the man, the myth, the legend, Cooch. Yo, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Pi Max Crystal Light. Or Super. Can't vouch for that one. Understood, understood. Is that a VR headset? I haven't heard of it. I haven't, dude. You know what's funny is literally I have a Vive that I've like never used. And it's usually the cables that I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm really interested actually in some of the newer models that are coming out. I think they'll be cool to check out. I'll have to watch a video.
And
bro, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support, dude. You got it, bro. I'll invest. I'll invest. We'll get a nice VR headset. Dude, absolutely grateful. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. Anyways. Okay. There's the gun. Cooch doesn't like when I gas him up too much, okay? Even though he's a legend. He doesn't like when I gas him up too much.
Disabled.
Okay, cool. All right. And then let's just go straight for that power plant. It should be right around here.
I'm not having a good angle. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, I see it.
No way! Guys, that was like less than 60 seconds. That is insane. You're telling me that, first of all, pin has got to be reduced. Second of all, the Polaris definitely needs a buff. 100%. 100%. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pimax Crystal Light is cables, but best bang for the buck from what I saw. Dude, I'm down, honestly, for cables.
I gotta run.
I just haven't built it into my setup yet.
I've got dinner.
Okay, GG's.
GG's. Berks.
Yeah, if they release it, Cooj, I'm going to try some VR out. 100%. 100%.
See you later.
Yo, GG's, my friend. Thanks, man. I see my previous message. I would like your thoughts on it. Well, bro, have you tried dropping $1,500? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That will get my attention really quick. I promise. What did you say? What did you say? Let me scroll up. I think CIG should go to a kind of system like Helldivers where certain pin value is labeled as tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armor pin. Ships should have sections of armor rating. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. I like that. Exterior components should probably be more, you know, lower in tier, is what I'd say. Taylor's OP. I definitely appreciate Taylor, man. One of my longest supporters and probably my best mod, if I'm being honest. I would say maybe it's between Taylor and Dolphin Invasion, but, you know, Dolphin's not around as much. And Fog, there he is, my worst mod. And, hey, also Major Dave. But listen, he didn't get volunteered. He got voluntold to be a mod, so I made him. I made him take the sword up. Berks' new baseline for donos is $1,500. That's right. That's right. $1,500 adds $45 minutes to the clock. Exactly. Exactly. That's the bare minimum. Actually, that's the bare minimum. Big dick donos only. No, guys, I'm really grateful for all the support, man. Like, honestly, you guys have been so incredible. I'm not just talking about Cooj, even though, you know, Cooj is the fucking man. But, man, I'm so grateful for the subathon. You know what I'm really grateful for? I'm not kidding here. You want to hear something crazy? One of my biggest streams ever was definitely that drop stream we did. But I think what's crazy is that was the most amount of not sub revenue. That's the most amount of ad revenue I've ever made during a stream ever. Like, for obvious reasons, but it's pretty crazy, man. The drops were definitely a big gift from CIG, and I'm very appreciative of them. Oh shit, what did I hit? Oh, it's like, oh where? Oh, I hit this thing. The hell? Yo, who put that there? That was rude. What about the Summit streams? What do you mean? Like when I played with Summit? No. Not even close. Not even close. Although, you know, playing with Summit was really fun. Probably one of my favorite memories with Summit is actually not even playing Star Citizen. It was playing Halo. We played Halo together. Oh. Nice. I'm getting better at that. Yeah, we played Halo Infinite together. And, dude, I was not that good of a teammate. Like, listen, that was when I was practicing FPS a lot. I was good, but I wasn't Summit good. That's for sure. I wasn't Summit good. But I was being the best teammate I could. We were just playing up against people ranked. We were playing up against people that were so fucking good, dude. So good. And you know what, bro? When Summit gets on, the sweats come out. Because they're like, oh, we're up against Summit. We got something to prove. You know what I mean? So, dude, I'm just like over here sweating for my fucking life, dude. 10 out of 10. Thank you. I'd give that maybe like an 8.9. I was a little misaligned on the way in. But look, pad placement's good. Pad placement is what I meant to say. Pad placement. Oh, you know what? Before we store this thing, let me go check out what the armor and stuff is after that fight. Kind of a shame Summit played the game long before it was ready to showcase. You know, Summit, I think, really loves the game, and I think that he's okay with the jank, but I believe he is waiting on me to tell him when the game feels good for him to come back and play on stream, and I just don't think it's quite yet. I don't know why I can't talk today. It's not ready yet, is what I meant to say. And I think that if he wanted to play it for a few days, I think I could give him a lot of stuff to do. But if he wanted to dig deep and play for a few months, I think he'd run out of stuff to do pretty quick, unless he wanted to just like grind PvP and get good at dogfighting and like good at flying and stuff, which is a huge part of it, right? But I mean, you could do like piracy and stuff, but it's not the piracy I think he wants to do. And he wants stuff to matter, right? That's a big one. So it's like we almost need an economy before he comes back. I mean, you could do Karenite every now and then, but that's the thing, right? It's like everything's so like, it's not yet. Berks 2025. That's right. Okay, you can quote me on that. But it's like, it's so sporadic, right? Like, you think 1.0, Cooch? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a little bit before 1.0. But it's so sporadic, right? Like, this is what a week looks like in Star Citizen for me. Monday, oh my God, yo, amazing content, you know, good bounties, super awesome, you know, XYZ. Tuesday, boring as hell, super boring, nothing to do. We didn't do anything. Maybe if a PTU's out, we're testing stuff. That's cool, right? But if I'm alive, like super boring. Wednesday, you know, same thing, super boring. Maybe on like Fridays, things start picking up again. And then like Saturday and Sunday, usually nonstop action. You know, you can always find action on the weekends. But then it just depends. Like the further we get into the patch, the less action you can find. And like things slow down. People get too much money. And so we need money sinks. You know, again, this goes back to economy. It goes back to economy. Don't invite him at least until tier 3. I don't think he would mind the tier 0 stuff as much as maybe you guys think. But I do think he'd think it's stupid. For sure. Definitely not until after tier 0. I mean, if the content was like consistently good in the game and like, we were having a blast doing this stuff that was like organic every day, I'd invite him back just to check out at least. But I think we got to get there first. Like the ASD stuff is really cool. I think the, what's the new stuff? The Vandal Tech mission, very cool, especially because the NPCs aren't completely terrible. But it's like, okay, Summit, let me invite you to do this mission. And then he does it, and then it doesn't work because 50% of the time it doesn't work. Hathor's the same thing, dude. 50% of the time, Hathor doesn't work. Nyx is horrible. Oh, God. What did Nyx do to you? Game econ is fucked. It's true. It's true. Game econ's fucked. I think Nyx is in a really early place. You know, it's very obvious they released it early. I think same thing with engineering. They're giving it to us early. Nothing wrong with that necessarily, and I'm not complaining really on like my side, because like I'm here to test. I'm here to test, and I'm here to hopefully give feedback to make a better game, right? But for someone like Summit, I think it's going to be a little bit. Hathor is such great content when it's working, but I would bet money that if we pulled out a Saber and we went to Hathor right now, I'd bet money that Hathor on the PTU doesn't work. Or maybe it does, but dude, if we went to live, it for sure would be 50-50. When's the keybind video coming out, Berks? I'm going to do a controls video this week with sticks and stuff. I will probably also give some feedback if like you're on mouse and keyboard and such, but it's going to be very much centered around like sticks, only because like the principles I'm going to be teaching are for sticks. But not saying you can't use all or any of them without them or with mouse and keyboard. But yeah, you're gonna need to like learn and practice your own way if you're on mouse and keyboard. The great thing about sticks and the great thing about really any setup that is this not gonna work? The great thing about like any setup with analog is that you can set it up any way. You could do right stick pitch yaw, you could do left stick pitch yaw, you could do pitch yaw and pedals. Pitch yaw and pedals, that's fine. Totally acceptable. It's just practice. I think analog axes are the key for like smoothness, I'd say. Now, if you just want to be effective in combat, there's plenty of, I think, mouse and keyboard pilots that are really good at that. Oh wait, saber. Wait, spelled that wrong. Yo, Grimhex busted for me. So anyways, like I was saying, guys, we need to invite Summit back immediately. Okay, this is the kind of content he's missing. That is, I think he'd be pissed off, actually, if I didn't invite him back to show him this. Okay, awesome. I'm kidding, by the way. Just got a gunfighter for my left hand. Have another for my right, but I kind of want to see how I like mouse. Dude, try mouse. A lot of people like mouse. A lot of people like mouse. Dude, this is crazy. Let me just pull, I don't know, Shiv? Anything. Okay, that's crazy. Oh, man, it's this weird bug where you click on something and it like shows you the wrong thing. Wow, I think I'm cooked maybe. Yeah, this patch is not it, by the way. I've had like so many crashed desktops. This patch today is not it. So hopefully today's patch is better. You got to go to your hangar. Yeah, I was just there and it wasn't working. Were you watching? Was just there. Virgil flies mouse and stick. Blows my mind. Can't comprehend flying like that. Yeah, dude, Virgil's really good. Virgil's really good. And there are people who are as good on, I wouldn't say better. Virgil is like one of the best for sure. But I'd say there are people who are as good who are on dual sticks. There are people who are as good on mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard and pedals is a really common one. Yeah, see, I don't think it's working. You got to play on both ASOPs. Oh, go to the other ASOP. Good call. What about scroll bar? Scroll ball. Similar to Golf Arcade. Wait, what? Scroll ball? Oh, is it over here? Shit. Oh, sorry. Do you mean like using a scroll ball to fly? Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, you could try. Go car to all style. The more PTU patches, the better I feel. Well, hey, listen, don't give up yet. It's definitely moving in the right direction. But is CIG going to be able to, get this working, I think, before the patch goes live? Dude, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. What the who the hell is that? What? Yeah. What the fuck? What the hell? What did I just see? There he is. Hello? Hey, hands up right now. Hands up. I want to see them. All right. Don't pull a weapon. Can I? Oh my God. Turns out I absolutely can. Chat, you didn't see nothing. All right. I was holding my ground. He was going to reach. He was reaching for something. I saw it. I saw it. You didn't see nothing. All right. I'm innocent. I was protecting me in my own hangar. Oh my God. He's dead over here. What the hell? Who is this guy? Wait, is this Taylor? Did I just kill Taylor? Bro, dude, that would be so funny if this was Taylor. Dude, I think it's Taylor. I think it's Taylor, and he just like crashed or like was still connected to the game. And so, oh God. Hey, chat, you can't tell him. No, don't tell him. No. He's gonna be so mad. Oh, dude, that's crazy, man. Oh, dude, you died? What the fuck? Yo, what in the absolute haunting is going on in this game right now? My hangar cursed? Okay. All right, now go back up. No. Now go back up. Hey, hold on. Wait. Now go back up. What? Oh my God. Wait, we're good? Oh my God, we're good. We're saved. But it's still not spawning a ship. Berks has been soared. I'm now property of Wicklow. Dude, isn't it weird how, like, look at this. I'm sinking through the ground as well. You know, is it not strange that they have figured this out on ships? Like elevators moving up and down and your feet aligning perfectly with it. And also, well, I don't know if they've done it with ships yet, but it doesn't even work on FPS on the elevator. I wonder what's different about it. Maybe because it's interconnected to such like a big mechanism. Didn't think there were consequences for committing murder. What murder? What murder? You guys didn't see nothing, okay? I was protecting myself. You didn't see nothing. Should I try relogging maybe really quick? Let's do that. Invite Summit right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's call him up. You can't even write out R with or alt R? Is that what you're saying? Without your weapon bugging out? I mean, on live PTU? What are you talking about? No, Zap. No. Someone was just asking about it earlier. Someone tries 4.5. Yeah, maybe let it cook. Maybe 4.6. Maybe we'll have Summit try 4.20. Yeah? I think he'll be ready by then. Sound good? If it detects there's a person down there, it will reopen. Yeah, no, totally. It just... Usually for me, it doesn't close at first. It just, sends it back up. But still, I was scared. I was terrified, actually. 2.0 maybe? Yeah, you think so? 2.0 could be an interesting time for sure. 2.0. I'm waiting and ready. Just walking and holding a weapon down, it bugs movement sometimes. Dude, yes, you're right, actually. I've heard about this. You're right. Someone else was telling me about this the other day. Yeah, I forgot.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle
Okay, nice. Finally. Wow.
Welcome to the ASOP.
Let's store it actually and then recall it because I don't want to deal with that initial bug.
Stand by. Your vehicle has been
Kickstarter for 2.0? No, listen, hear me out, guys. In Strauss, I think you're right, but I think we band together and we actually start a Kickstarter for Star Citizen 2. That way, by the time Star Citizen 1 is 1.0, the Kickstarter for Star Citizen 2 will already be alpha. Boom. It's a perfect plan. Perfect plan.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I think we go for it. Who's in? Within 13 years of testers of Star Citizen, we can candidate for QA job. Yeah, true. Actually, you're right, dude. I've got the experience now. I definitely could be a QA person, I think. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. But Star Citizen has definitely taught me how to QA.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Excuse me. Or let's make a fake Kickstarter that fails, but all the money goes to me for a hair transplant. Sounds great for me. Hey, listen, Darklaw, don't be greedy. Okay, don't be greedy. All right, you get a hair transplant, and I get... What do I need? What do I need? But I need something out of it too, okay? Maybe you can just get the money to me. All right, we go 50-50. All right, 60-40. Me 60, you 40. All right, my final offer. Final... Sure, okay, sounds good. We're taking a trip to Turkey, boys. Dude, I just watched a guy race in VR. It looks so fucking cool. Really? You mean like they did like Star Citizen racing, you mean? That's cool. Yo, Azame, what up, dude? What up, what up? As long as you cook me a pizza? Deal. Deal. I'm in. Actually, I want to make a pizza soon. My next pizza shall be soon. I want to see Berks piloting, but with VR. Is it only me? I mean, dude, yeah, as soon as it releases to PTU. Well, if it releases tonight, I'll have to wait up until tomorrow. But as soon as it releases, we'll give it a try. As soon as I can, at least. Do I cook pizza or bake pizza? I technically cook it. Because I think that I make it in the pizza oven. And so, well, I guess it kind of bakes, doesn't it? So yeah, I guess you bake it. Time to donate to Berks. 40% goes towards my hair in Turkey. Wait, hold on a second. That wasn't part of the plan, okay? I thought we said we were going to make our own Kickstarter. Okay, we were going to scam some people for the money. All right? If we're not scamming people, then I'm not interested. That was supposed to be part of the plan. All right, I was lied to. I was deceived.
Landing gear deployed. Engines offline. Landing complete. Launch complete.
Is that a parallax that I heard? Okay, we're not going to be here for super long, guys. Probably just one life, if anything. I am just quickly testing the cards. Because currently the cards are not always spawning on live. But you know what's funny? Is those same cards... Is someone turning this thing on? Yo, hey, whoa. Oh. I thought it was a player for a second. Oh, God. Okay, they're kind of stupid. Okay, they're not stupid. I'm at 69 health. Oh god, there he goes. Give me that gun. Quick, give me that gun! Unleash hell! We got him first. First try, first bullet. There we go. My aim is on point today. Oh god, did that guy just rise from the dead? Did you guys see that? I'm pretty sure that guy just rose from the dead. Yo, hello? Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way. Wow, dude, I got sniped by that guy. Holy shit. That was my fault. I was low health. I thought I was going to get him there. Excuse me, sir, in the red suit. Sir, citizen, kind citizen. Oh god, he's leaving. Kind citizen, please come back. I require your help. He can't hear me. It's over, boys. It's over. Hey, I needed some advice. Would you start with Cutter or Golem? Golem is probably going to make you more money consistently at the beginning. If you know, have you watched any mining guides or anything? Probably like a pretty chill way to start out. The Cutter is better if you want to do like FPS missions, small delivery missions. I will say though, the Cutter is, in my opinion, more fun to fly. I just like that thing. I think it's cool. I really like the Cutter. I don't think it's good at PvP or, you know, even like combat at all. But I do like the Cutter. It's my favorite starter ship. It's not the best starter ship, by the way, but it is my favorite. My mic still doesn't work in PTU. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If I go to comms, chat mic, see? I could do default, but I think that's going to be broadcast, which I don't want to do. Cutter's adorable, and that's about it. It's a great bike transport. It's great bike transport. You're not crazy? There was a skinwalker over there? You think so? Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold backspace and come back, I guess. Damn. Well, that just shows why you should go to these places prepared now. The NPC is definitely not anything to be, you know, it's not a pushover anymore, for sure. Love the Cutter Rambler. So much fuel. Yeah, Cutter Rambler is cool. And what's the one that can scan? Is it the Rambler as well? The one that can scan will be cool. Got sniped by Tyler. Wait, who's Tyler? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? I don't know. What's this I hear you got a dono? Yeah, bigger dono than you'll ever get, Verge. Bigger dono than you'll ever get. Oh, man. What's his name? I'm going to ban him. You don't have the guts, okay? And also, you don't get the power. All right, Verge. All right. Listen, how about this? 1v1 me right now. Cutter v Cutter. If you win, I'll reinstate your mod. Okay, you in? Cutter v Cutter right now. I'm buying a VR headset today. Me too, bro. I just got a dono. I tuned into the stream. I see a medical bed. Sounds about right. Yeah, it was a skill issue on my part, actually. Yeah. Skill issue on my part. Oh my god, you would use the VR headset to goon, you freak. Absolute freak. I bet you goon to Peanut, don't you? Verge is a freak, man. All right, don't let him deceive you. Actually, most of you guys can probably guess. Also, speaking of freaks, what the hell is wrong with my FPS? This is crazy, man. This is the worst the FPS that I've had in like years. On like really any PTU patch, this is a slideshow. Oh my god, I'm getting a headache. Yo, let me sit down. Please, quick. And get some Tylenol. Stat. We're gonna play some Star Citizen in VR, then straight to VR chat voice. Straight to the sex dungeon. I want to go to the exact dungeon that soda popping got banned for. Nice frames, all three of them. You know, I think the closer we get to 1 frame a second, the better this game is. Like, the more relatable it is, you know? The closer we can get to 1 frame, aka 1 JPEG a second, I think the more organic the frame rate feels to me, you know? I think that's a good thing. I think that's what CIG's going for. This is a feature they're bringing for Squadron 42 cinematic. Oh, it's a Squadron 42 thing. Got it. Understood, understood, understood. The human eye can only see 3 FPS anyways. Oh, that's true, actually. That's true. The human eye can't actually see more than 3 FPS. I read that somewhere too, Corn Cob. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that. Squadron 42 frames a second. 42 frames a second, it would be better than what I just got. I'd gladly take that, dude. Thanks for the help. Can't wait to get lost in space. Yeah, dude, if you have any other questions, feel free to come back and ask. I got you. Holy shit, it's not the stream lagging? Bro, no. Not the stream lagging. Not the stream lagging at all. Exactly, Major Dave. Exactly. Good quote. Good quote. Oh, I did read that backwards. I'm dyslexic, bro. Squadron 42 seconds per frame. Yes. So we have time to enjoy each frame. In fact, I think 42 seconds per frame may not be enough, but it will do. It will do. Dude, what do you use your rudder pedals for? Yaw or roll? Or something else entirely? I use my toe brakes. So this is how my pedals work. They're the TPR Thrustmasters. So they're pendulars. So they swing like this, basically. They're actually really comfortable. And I think they're kind of good for my legs. Like sitting like a lot. It keeps my legs active. I'm not even kidding. And good for posture too. Not kidding. Like I feel like my posture is so good when I'm using my pedals. Like I can't like, you know, I can't like slouch or whatever while using the pedals. It doesn't feel right. And so good for posture, good for blood flow. I also use them for forward backwards is how I do it. And then also toe brakes. I use that for roll. So forward backwards and roll. I've sort of considered changing my roll or my forward backwards to something else, like on twist, and then only doing single axis on pedals. I think I might be more accurate that way potentially, but I don't know that I'm ready to make the jump yet. We'll see. How in the Tokyo Drift did you park the Perseus like that, bruh? Are you seeing the other Perseus landing that I did earlier? Yeah, dude, that was just a little bit of practice. It took me probably, I filmed my first one off stream, and it probably took me 3 attempts to get it that smooth. And then, I mean, obviously I did the other one live on stream, so first try. But that one wasn't quite as smooth. Wasn't quite. Let me get the, well, actually, we don't want to call the Perseus here. Let me just grab, like, the wolf or something.
Your insurance claim has been set. Thank you.
I can see that. Thanks. Getting used to it would take some time. I imagine it took me about 2 weeks to learn pedals. Well, okay, actually, it took me about a month to learn pedals. If you combine both, because here's how I started. I started on single axes. So basically, how I started, my pedals just went like this: up, down, up, down. So right, left, neutral, right, left, right. So I didn't have any extra thing down there. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that I learned half first, then got pedals that did both, and then I learned the less rater. Know what I mean? So I kind of eased into it, but it probably took me about a month of consistent practice. I will say too, is like when I started doing my like more fancy landings, I didn't see anyone else do them first. I just was like, man, I wonder if you could land like that. You know, I just started doing it because I'd never seen anyone else do it. So I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to start trying. And I think most people would be surprised with a little bit of effort how good you could get. You know, I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight, but little practice goes a long way. Genuinely. Okay, what is happening with the frame rate? Did someone like pull a bangle or something? The hell? What is it? Because we were just good a second ago. Jeez Louise. Sounds to me like toe brakes are good to have. I was considering VKBs, but they don't have. Yeah, if you didn't do toe brakes, you would need to twist on something. So what I would probably suggest is you could do roll on twist. Well, actually, some people would say not to do that, so don't listen to me. You can maybe do forward backwards on twist or up down on twist, and then push forward is forward, push backwards is backwards, and then you do roll on pedals. Toe brakes are nice, but some people prefer no toe brakes. It's just preference. I will say this is my third set of pedals. Oh God. This is my third set of pedals, and they have treated me really well, actually. They treated me really well. I've had these ones for about 2 years, and they're tanks. Never had any issue with them. Never had to replace anything. Never had to, you know, troubleshoot anything. They've just always worked. They've always been awesome. And personally, I would say they're worth the money, but they're expensive. They're unfortunately really expensive. Virgil does twist the roll. I thought Virgil, are you still in chat? Do you do twist to roll? I thought you did twist, or you do roll on your pedals. You might know better than me, Jared, honestly. Why not roll on twist? Well, I just think that, so basically think about it this way, is you can do roll on twist, and I actually think it's fine. That's how people used to do it. Like the best PvPers in the game used to do roll on twist, I'd say. But these days, people separate those axes so that you can independently do pitch yaw on the right stick, independently do strafing on the left stick, and then on your pedals, you know, you do forward, backwards, and roll. But that's only some people. Some people don't do it the way that I do. Some people... Verge says he does left stick twist to roll. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I've thought about left stick twist. I've thought about it. I don't know. Unless you change from 4.0. Okay, understood. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, again, you guys probably know more than me. Verge inputs hurts my brain. Same with Nyx. Yeah, I don't think I know Nyx's, but it obviously works for him, right? Obviously works for him. I will say some of my settings before I joined SM were like, definitely subpar for sure. But you know, I got a lot of upgrades. Like I got Toby and stuff, so that helped. At this rate of game crashes, the Game Awards show looking pretty good. When does that start? In 2 hours? 3 hours? Oh, and you know what? 7 p.m. So 4 hours from now. Got it. My right stick is twist for roll. My left stick is twist up down. Okay, cool. Yeah, some people do it that way. Some people, you know, do it another way. I don't know. What's the best? I don't know. I don't know. Genuinely. Yo, Berthy, what up, dude, with the 5 months prime? Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Why am I a Grim Hex? What do you mean, Taylor? Not sure what you mean. SM just proves inputs can be anything. That's true. That's true, especially Jerry. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Where's the Berks VR React? Oh, well, I'm gonna wait till they officially support it or like allow the option in by default. I'm not gonna like change my config for it. Only because like VR is cool, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not rushing into it, I guess is what I mean. It's cool, but it's not working right now. Not really. Really? Well, maybe when they turn on the experimental mode or whatever, it will work properly. What's best is what works for you, to be honest. That's true, actually. That's true. And how do you find out what's best for you without testing out a bunch of stuff? Honestly, I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. Couldn't really tell you. Was there a VR update? Yeah. A big VR update. Apparently, it's coming to PTU soon. Maybe even today. What are the odds we get a Squadron 42 trailer at the Game Awards? I would say 0%, novice, but it could happen, I guess. Maybe. I could be wrong. My gut tells me 0%, though. Seems like a VR headset selling faster than the interest now. Steam Index is sold out. No way. Well, I have to imagine that that's not just because of the Star Citizen community. Only because even if everyone who's interested in VR bought VR headsets at the same time, I don't think that that would necessarily really even scratch the surface of the entire market. You know? I mean, the people who are going to play VR consistently, or even like at all, is probably going to be less than 5%. Yeah, maybe less than 1%. I'm not sure. Oh, you meant for the Game Awards thing. You have to say at least 1%, so if it does happen, you can claim victory. Exactly. Good point. Okay, let's see. Wolf? VR for Star Citizen is niche. Yeah, very niche. I agree. Very niche. I'm just praying my OG HTV vibe doesn't die until Steam Frame. Okay. When does the Steam Frame come out? I'd say 0% chance because I doubt they could keep it a secret. Well, don't you think if they were going to release a trailer for tonight for Squadron 42, the marketing team or something would have said something by now where they were like, hey guys, make sure you keep an eye out for the Game Awards tonight or something like that. Why is it so laggy? Dude, this has just been all today. It's like a lag fest on and off. It's weird, especially near like major landing zones. Perhaps object distance is the culprit. Well, I haven't changed anything, so it's just got to be something between, you could be right, but it's got to be something between this and the last patch, I'm assuming. For such an immersion focused game, VR sounds sick. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I mean, like I said, I'm definitely going to try it out. 100%, 100%. Especially thanks to Mr. Cooge, the man, the myth, the legend. Do I have a VR headset? I have a Vive currently, but if I like the VR stuff enough, maybe I'll consider getting another one. Steam frame is like $1,200. That sounds right. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. And what's the idea with it? It just connects to your PC wirelessly? Because that's pretty sick. Could I potentially, let's say, theoretically, if that thing came out today, do you think you could play Star Citizen VR on it? Is it like, does it work like just like any other Star Citizen, or sorry, not Star Citizen. Does it work like any other VR game? I don't know enough about VR to give an answer. That's why I'm asking. Big Screen Beyond 2 is by far the best VR headset on the market right now. How much is that? You know what's kind of cool about flying in VR is because what's cool about flying in VR is I've already got my muscle memory for my sticks and everything memorized. So I mean, I could fly with my eyes closed, if that makes sense. Like I know, you know, strafe up, strafe down, you know, yaw, pitch. So like flying with VR sounds like it's only going to add a lot of immersion, maybe. I hope I like it. What did we test today? Well, we did test out the Perseus, and we also tested out the Perseus versus the Polaris. We got some very, I'd say, quick results. The Gladius versus the Perseus did worse, which is good. But the Polaris died like in less than 60 seconds to the Perseus. It was crazy.
Quantum drive engaged.
Now, we were targeting the power plant, but still, I mean, it's still pretty nutty at the moment. What kind of graphics card do you need? 4080. You know, I have a 4080, so hopefully that's enough. I can only pray that's enough. Last time we tested the Polaris, we got disabled in one shot. So the new strategy, Stolly, is just going for the turret gun first, so that doesn't happen. The turret gun literally goes out, I'm not kidding, in like 3 Perseus shots. So not taking out first is just a huge mistake. But I think pin in general is just too much, right? Like the truth is that like while these systems I don't think are like super terrible, I think they could get a lot better. And I think that also I think that armor and penetration needs to be not reworked, but it just needs to be achieving something different than it's achieving right now, right? Like tearing apart the armor and getting to the components and damaging them should feel like a slow process, like a boss battle that you're slowly chipping away the health of these components and stuff, especially if you are better balance is the right word. Or the right phrase. But I think especially if you are in a ship that is sort of the boss battle level. So like for a Perseus, that's a capital ship, right? For a Gladius, that's a Perseus, right? Like that should be the boss battle. I'm not saying that you should be able to do it solo, by the way. I'm just saying that it should feel more like you're chipping away at it. And I think neither of those are in a good spot at the moment. The Gladius versus Perseus is probably better balanced than Perseus versus Polaris at the moment.
Where fast and reliable medical treatment is all quality medicines that you Hydrofrost from Kilto. The sweet, cool treat everyone loves.
Cool. All right, we got our spawn set. Chat, that unfortunately is going to be it for me today. I was actually supposed to be off like 9 minutes ago. I've got some plans tonight, but don't worry. Don't fret. We will be back on tomorrow. We will be back on for longer. And I will be back on this weekend as well. Word? What plans? I've got some D&D to go to, chat. I've got some D&D, which means Dungeons and Dragons, okay? Not the other thing, you freak. All right? Don't even think about it, Thumb. Don't even think about it. Unpopular opinion, but I think the Idris shouldn't go down in less than 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, it definitely doesn't right now. The Idris is in a much better spot than the Perseus, by the way. Nerd alert. True. With Batty? No, not with Batty. With my brothers. Are we streaming it? No. I wish, but no. Guys, I'm gonna raid the guy if he's on right now. I'm gonna raid. Oh yeah, here we go. Nice. I'm gonna raid the VR guy, so you guys can check him out yourself. Sound good? Here, I'm trying to grab his name, but Twitch is being weird. There we go. And for you guys who are over on YouTube, I will drop their... Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. You guys can check it out yourselves. It doesn't look like it's fully working yet, but this may just be like the way that it looks when you're watching someone who is using VR at the moment. I don't know. Again, and you guys tell me. All right, genuinely, stick around for a few minutes. And I don't mean to I think Chachi's a great creator, by the way. I think good guy, hilarious, also knows a lot about the VR stuff. But I genuinely want you guys to think about, is this something I would want to watch long term? My guess is no. At least not everyone. At least not everyone. I just think 16:9 for streaming specifically. Okay, I want to make this clear. No hate to VR users or anything. But anyways, give Chachi a follow, especially if you guys are in the VR stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. GG's, everyone. GG's. Later, guys. Enjoy your day. Peace, everyone. Peace. And wait, actually, let me drop the link over in YouTube chat as well. You guys want to check it out? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Peace out, everyone. GG's.